fade.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the absolute must-see wrestling promotion on the internet. Welcome to OCW. Welcome to Glory. Today, with me, is the other half of the Kings of Commentary, the greatest commentary team in the history of existence. That's right, I'm calling you out, JR and King. I'm calling you out, Pat Buck, and whoever your replacement may be. Stanley, how are you feeling today, bud?
You know what? I'm feeling really good. Of course, today, special start time for us in OCW for numerous reasons. We were having portal connectivity issues. On top of our internal investigation over that ref that went into business for himself last week, he has since been sacked. And hopefully this week, no more refs will go into business for themselves. We pay them $8 an hour. That used to be the minimum wage. Anyways, besides that, Elias, I'm very happy to be here, even though I'm not necessarily happy to be on this show, but maybe you can make me happier with the card that you have for tonight.
Absolutely. First off, we have one of the two semifinal matches in the Women's Tag Team Championship Blonde Eliminator Tournament. We've got Shayna Baszler and Mia Yim, the BRE, taking on the odd couple that is the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka, and the Opportunity, Charlotte Flair. After that, we've got a singles match where big, meaty men will be bumping meat. We've got the limitless one, Keith Lee, taking on our boy, Otis. After that, we've got a tag team #1 contenders match between Team Canada and rightfully the best tag team in professional wrestling, FTR. I, for one, am very excited for this match. I have high expectations for all four of these men going forward and tonight. Then, we've got a match where I have my eye on in particular because Mr. Break the Seal and Kevin Owens will be at ringside. We've got the Indie God, Matt Cardona, taking on the Overdrive World Champion, Kazuchika Okada. Definitely curious to see if Cardona can hit that radio silence and get one up over our World Champion. After that, we've got a match in which both women feel like they've got a lot to prove. We've got a returning Jordan Grace taking on one half of the way in Candice LeRae, who still has the opportunity to become one half of the first ever Overdrive Championship Wrestling Women's Tag Team Champions. And then, in our main event, we have a returning Cedric Alexander, Mr. Workhorse himself, the International Champion, taking on Shinsuke Nakamura for the title, and yet again, another 2 out of 3 falls match.
Now, definitely that match has, kind of has my eye a bit because the last time that we saw Cedric Alexander was in that Champions Exhibition match, which, unfortunately, he fell short. Do you think he's going to be able to recover tonight and be able to retain the title, or do you think the King of Strong Style takes one home?
Personally, I'm going to back Cedric all the way here. Cedric's only loss in the company currently is to our world champion. And I think that just goes to show his credibility and his talent. As much as I love Shinsuke, I don't think he has what it takes to knock off what is honestly probably the best guy in OCW right now.
Alrighty, he's going with this man. Honestly, with the International Championship, really anything fucking goes because we've seen so much shit with that. But before we get to that championship, let's talk about these tag titles. Actually, I'm going to bring up, before we go into intros for that match, let me bring up this bracket right quick. The winner of this match will go on to face the winner of Dakota Kai and Jamie Hayter versus Candice LeRae of the Way, who is in action tonight, and Indy Hartwell. So honestly, Elias, who would you like to see make it into that final round matchup?
I honestly, I can't go wrong with any of the choices right now, but I have to say that I the Way has a very special place in my heart because, again, Johnny Gargano and I go way back. So seeing Candice and Indy get that opportunity to show that they deserve to be in a main event spot for sure has my heart. But you can't doubt the sheer absolute power on this side of the bracket when it comes to Shayna and Mia and Asuka and Charlotte. So whoever is in the finals, I definitely think they have a match to be worried about. This is not a cakewalk whatsoever.
Now, of course, Shayna last week had a championship opportunity at Becky Lynch, of course, falling short, but not before coming back from a seemingly impossible deficit, down 4-1, I believe, got 2 quick falls, got insanely close to tying up against Becky Lynch, but the man retaining the belt. Do you think that, because of that match last week, do you think Baszler's going to be rusty this week?
Honestly, I don't think so. Again, Becky was up 4-1 at one point, and the match ended 6-4. Shayna has absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. That was a phenomenal match last week, and again, it's just a testament to our women's division here on the White brand. But I think Shayna's coming in this match with a chip on her shoulder, which is something she's quite used to in the Ultimate Universe. And obviously, Mia Yim is quite fresh this week. I have no doubt. I have no doubt in my mind that BRE here is gonna put on quite the show.
Now, you've been calling them BRE. Tell me, where does that name exactly come from?
Oh, okay. So, best roommates ever. Obviously, I don't know how big of a fan of you are up, down in the Ultimate Universe, but Shayna Baszler, Dakota Kai, Mia Yim, and Jessamine Duke all at one point lived together. I think 3 of the 4 still do. And so basically, they were roommates, and they turned into gaming roommates because obviously in pro wrestling, if you're not wrestling or gaming, what are you doing, right? And so drugs. BRE, right? Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to the people who are struggling with that for sure. So BRE is best roommates ever, and I don't know if that's necessarily the case because my roommates back in the day were pretty solid, but it's their group, it's their faction. Shayna is also a member of the 4 Horsewomen, along with of the MMA, I should say, because obviously we have the NXT version, along with Jessica Menduke. And so I think it's just something that's just a back pocket. I have a lot of friends, and Shayna and Mia have a lot of friends, so BRE is their group, and I feel like out of respect for that, I have to call them as such. Obviously, as Charlotte's making her way to the ring here, we have the Odd Couple, which is something I'm really starting to find endearing between the 2 of them because of their relationship. The Queen and the Empress have a lot of history. Obviously, Charlotte being the one to end the undefeated streak of Asuka. And Asuka's never really gotten one back over on her. Like, they've had several matches, but I don't think Asuka's had that one moment where she was able to prove that she was better than Charlotte.
Now, these 2 have had history as an actual tag team together. They've been tag team champions before, but it didn't take long, after that until they turned on each other. So potentially a very, very, very volatile tag team. If you ask me, this is pretty much a powder keg willing to blow, but will it blow before or after they capture tag team gold? That's the ultimate question. And of course, the other question is, if they do turn on each other, who the hell turns on who?
With the way Asuka has kind of revitalized her career, if in the event it happens, I don't know. It's a new promotion, it's a new start for them, obviously. But I'd have to give it to the Empress because Charlotte's kind of known for trying to get one over on people, so I think she'll be on the lookout for it, and she'll attempt to do so first.
As you said, with all the history between the 2, I mean, you kind of look at it, Asuka was absolutely utterly dominant. In Japan, where she's from, but she's been here in the U.S., and I feel like, here in the U.S., it's been kind of the opposite because Charlotte's been the one who's been dominant. Of course, she made the line, she has the opportunity, she's all those catchphrases she comes up with, week after week, but, I mean, you have to think, Charlotte's really kind of put a stranglehold on Asuka since she's been here, as we've discussed, but will they be able to put all those differences aside? Quite personally, I'm gonna give it to BRE here. I agree with you. I really do think that Shayna does have that chip on her shoulder, and even though they've cooperated with each other so far, I just really don't see Flair and Asuka making it all the way. I think something's gonna happen sooner or later. I think it's definitely gonna happen sooner.
Maybe it'll either happen tonight as we get started here. Like you said, I definitely think BRE has the advantage here, and I'm also going to pick him to win this match, but we can't doubt Charlotte or Asuka individually, let alone as a tag team. So we'll have to see if they take advantage of the fact that this is a chance for them to either come together and become champions or settle some differences by starting a new rivalry.
And of course, now we're in the match. Charlotte starting off against Shayna Baszler. And Baszler, oh my goodness, the way she's throwing hands at Charlotte, she definitely is letting out some of that rage from last week. And imagine if you're Shayna going up against now your second horsewoman in as many weeks. But of course, at least this week, she has her former roommate to help her. And how about that assist right there by Mia Yim?
Absolutely. Good old-fashioned tag team tactics. Maybe not the best thing in the world, but to the fans, because cheating's cheating, but I don't blame them.
and Shayna, she's got Charlotte locked in, and is Charlotte trying to tap? No, instead she's going to use those long-ass legs of hers, and she gets out of it. And Mia trying to swipe at her. Oh my god, Shayna Baszler taking out Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair might be actually legally dead. She might be. Okay, good.
It's a little early for the queen to be out of it, obviously, but yeah, those long legs definitely play a part in being able to grab the ropes quite easily. Honestly, maybe an unfair advantage, but between her being almost 6 foot and then the boots adding a couple inches, you can't blame her for taking advantage.
No, not at all. And of course, neither of these two have tagged out yet in this match. Charlotte gets whipped into the corner, and a running knee. Possibly looking for
absolutely brutal here.
Possibly looking for some German. Charlotte, though, fighting out of it.
You kind of, again, have to consistently give the edge to Shayna with her MMA background. A lot of these women's first, real opportunities were professional wrestling.
Suplex bridge, and here's the cover. Kick out one.
Count of one. Shayna's a dual sport athlete. Obviously, she's been to Japan, same as Asuka. She's worked the Indies, something Charlotte didn't really have to do. Charlotte, actually, I mean, nepotism is a thing, and we've talked about this. Obviously, being the daughter of Ric Flair, is the only woman in this match who never worked in an Indie, and I don't really know, especially with this being a new promotion, if that's a benefit or a detriment to her.
I mean, the way I look at it, it's a little bit of both, right? Because obviously, even though you don't have that, you don't quite have that grit, that kind of more physicality and toughness, as well as probably resiliency that comes with working indie as oh my goodness, a double moonsault by Charlotte, middle of the ring. Here's the cover. 1, 2. Okay. But as I was saying, you don't quite have that, that grit that you would have, being on the indies, but you do have some of the highest class of wrestling training in the world, as Charlotte only able to get to 1 for Mia Yim breaks it up. Neither of these women have tagged out in this match yet. So again, while working the indies, definitely again gives you that toughness. Training in the indie can't compare to training in the performance center like Charlotte has. So I feel like on one side you have. Okay, I don't even know how to quite word this, but you understand what I'm saying. It's two different worlds, each with their advantages.
There's definitely an experience advantage going to the 3 other women, but Charlotte's been doing this for a very long time, and the Performance Center has some of the best trainers and facilities on the planet. So obviously that experience is nothing to take light of either, seeing as all 4 of these women have gone through the Performance Center, all being NXT alumni. But again, I just think that having to grind your way to the top just gives you a different sense of satisfaction. Not that Charlotte hasn't earned her satisfaction well over the years. But I just have to give, maybe being a fan of independent wrestling as big as an independent wrestling fan as I am, I have to kind of give girls like that the nod.
Now, understandable, and just Charlotte finally tagging out for the first time to Asuka, and Asuka now just toying with Shayna.
Shayna's got to be feeling it here. She has to get Mia Yim into the ring. She's been here the entire time. Quick tag by the Odd Couple. Charlotte back in taunting. We used to that from the Queen here. If Shayna and Asuka back into the ring, Charlotte just wanted to gloat for a moment, it appears. Shayna, oh no. Or does she look for the Asuka lock here? No?
Oh my god.
Working the back over. going for the pin. Mia Yim doing the right thing, immediately breaking this up. Her tag team partner has been in this match since the beginning. She's got to get her out of here if they want a chance to win this match. And she does, finally. All right, the two Asian baddies going at it.
Apologies, been having trouble with my equipment as Mia Yim. Oh, wait a minute, no. Asuka's got an armbar locked in on the ropes.
Yeah, absolutely fine. We're still a new promotion. We're going to have to fire our sound guy, apparently, obviously. Oh, Mia appeared to go for that springboard DDT and absolutely whiffed it. Charlotte back in the ring here now. Oh,
Mia,
what
though,
a big group
nice
there.
kick. There's the cover, one, and not
Asuka
enough.
breaking it up.
Of course, Mia Yim making the most for opportunity, incapacitating Asuka for the time. But wait a minute, Charlotte now looks like she's got some fire.
That's gotta hurt for sure. Your body's not supposed to bend that way.
And Mia, she trying desperately not to tap, and Charlotte right into the. Wait a minute, wait. What the hell was he counting? What? I don't know, but what a kick to the face in the corner, and Charlotte is going to roll out, and looks like Shayna's got a couple of things to say, and they're not nice things. They could have been a little bit meaner, though.
Yeah, definitely counting the fact that you're only supposed to be in the ring for about 5 seconds when it comes to making the tag. Oh, nice suplex by Mia Yim there.
Mia planning Asuka, and looked like she was about to go tag Shayna, but Shayna hopped down to deal with Asuka, but Asuka with a suplex from behind. And now Mia's tag partner is incapacitated. Mia,
Can't be good.
Mia, quickly
Fighting
getting
back.
control. Putting in her tree of woe in the corner. Asuka's about to be in a bad way, shoving the boot right to the face.
Right
that has to hurt. There. Here's the cover on the former women's champion, and a kick out at 1. Asuka says, fuck your trees.
Has to know that. Yeah, it has to know that's not enough to take down a competitor with the caliber of Asuka. Okay. Oh.
And Asuka, what a kick. Right to the neck. Mia Yim crawling, and she gets the tag. I don't think Asuka realized. Now she does. Quick a stare down, but a takedown by Asuka.
Okay. Will we?
Asuka, oh my god!
That neck breaker looked absolutely painful. Tagging in Charlotte now.
And Charlotte might have a chance to end it right here. Looked like she might have been thinking spear. Shayna now. Oh my god! And Charlotte's out.
Dropping Charlotte.
Oh, well, she's not out completely. Shayna, though, I think she's looking for that Karafuda clutch.
Looking for that Karafuda.
And she's got it locked in.
Got it.
She's got to fall middle of the ring.
Yes.
Asuka, though, can she get there in time? Yes, she does.
I definitely think Mia Yim still being out on the outside there cost him that. Because I don't know if Charlotte was going to be able to get out of that. Throws Asuka out of the ring. Charlotte's back in now.
Of course, Karafuda clutch, probably one of the most deadliest submissions in all of wrestling. Knee to the back by Charlotte. And she's going to drag Shayna somewhere.
In the middle of the ring.
Gonna drag her over the drive. I'm not really sure. And whoa, wait. She's taking figure 8. No, I was gonna work on that leg.
He is working legs, possibly setting up for the figure 8 here. Wait, and speaking of,
there's figure 4.
Figure 4. Can she hit the bridge?
Figure 8.
And
Shayna's right by the ropes. Does he have the wherewithal to reach? Mia trying to break it up, and she does.
Asuka didn't get into the ring fast enough there. All right. Charlotte with the suplex.
Remember, this is just our opening match. 5 more matches of glory and 6 matches of pride still to go on Overdrive programming tonight. It's a gut-wrench suplex. And now both Shayna and Mia, best roommates ever, laid out. Shayna, though, gets back up. Clubbing Charlotte. Looking now, and she's got it locked in. She's got it locked in. Asuka, though, is going to be right there and breaks it right up.
I definitely think you're going to have to take out the partner of the other opponent in this match to try and get that win here. which is something we really have not seen. We are all right. Cool.
Yep. I don't know what the hell happened there, but we're good. We'll fire people after this is done. And wait a minute, package pile driver.
God. Dropping Queen on her neck. That's gotta hurt. Middle of the ring.
I didn't think Mia Yim had that in her.
Asuka breaking up. Wise decision. I definitely think that would have been the end of the match here.
The referee counting, and Shayna's gotta get out the ring, and she finally does.
Charlotte tagging in Asuka here.
Shayna
definitely playing with the ref here.
No one really has the advantage in this match, though. Asuka seems to be the freshest body. Seems she's taking the least amount of damage. But
she's definitely been picking her spot, but I don't think that's going to be enough here. Mia Yim dragging her to the corner, trying to get the tag team maneuver in here, tags in Shayna.
Oh my God, punch to the gut. That's got to hurt no matter who you are. Asuka now, she doesn't seem very pleased. The Empress is angry, and she's going to go blow off steam at the corner as she tags in Charlotte.
All right, Charlotte Flair.
And Charlotte, oh my God. Oh, okay. And I had a submission locked in, and Shayna doesn't look very good. Perhaps Charlotte saw Shayna was fading quickly and wanted to go for the cover, and knees to the side. Charlotte screaming at Shayna, and this can't feel good if you're the Queen of Spades. You know, you already lost to a horsewoman last week. You don't want to lose to another one, because if you're Shayna, you want to be a new horsewoman. You want to be a menace.
Team maneuver. All right, double back body drop. Asuka looking for it. Will we see the Asuka lock?
Asuka. She's got something locked in, and Shayna, did Shayna just tap? Yes, she did. And they're going to ring the bell. Asuka tapping out the submission wizard in Shayna Baszler. Wow. And the Odd Couple moving on to the Women's Tag Eliminator Finals. What a match to start Overdrive programming tonight.
No, absolutely. Phenomenal match between four absolutely amazing women. Honestly, kind of shocked. Asuka locking in the Asuka lock was not what I was expecting to end the match here, but congratulations to the Odd Couple. Can they become two-time Women's Tag Team Champions?
Well, I mean, they very, very much could after that match. I mean, seemingly both on the same page, though. That had one of the most interesting starts to a tag match I've ever seen, because Charlotte and Shayna pretty much had their own little singles match before tagging in their respective partners. Do you think that had a significant impact?
Definitely, maybe a psychological one more than a physical one. Obviously, they took the most damage for sure, but they're used to that. Neither of these women are known for lacking in anything. We'll definitely see for sure what happens next when it comes to the Women's Tag Team Tournament. Obviously, we still have The Way taking on the team of Dakota Kai and Jamie Hayter. But you have to give it to the Odd Couple, because we had them doubt it, and they proved us wrong.
You know, they did exactly that. So. Okay, we're good. All right, so sorry, I was just hearing from our sound guy to make sure that everything's good. Everything's good. We somehow fired and hired a sound guy in the span of about 25 seconds. This is why I love the OCW front office. They do the best work, and they do it for no money. They're called interns. Anyways, on to our next match. And this is one I'm particularly looking forward to. How about this? Keith Lee, one half of One in Glory. You know, coming off a match he had 2 weeks ago. You know, in that showcase match that ended up being for the international championship, #1 contendership. Keith Lee, I think, looking to get back in the winners column, but has nothing to be ashamed of with his previous performing probably the biggest Hurricane Rana I've ever seen in my life.
Absolutely. Keith Lee is indeed the limitless one. He's a former champion everywhere. He's been a former double champion in the NXT promotion. I expect very big things from Keith in the immediate future. Whether he's the second or maybe even third international champion, I definitely see that title being his sometime soon. And obviously, with Ricochet being one half of One in Glory, tag team titles could be in their future as well. The point of Glory is that you can be a singles and tag competitor at the same time. There's no need to stab your partner in the back. You can be great with or without them. So I expect great things from both men.
You being a fan of Motor City Machine Guns, I understand why you would adopt such a philosophy.
Absolutely. They were able to be X Division and world champion, at the same time after, coming back to the company in Impact very recently, at the start of the year. I was glad to see them achieve that dream together, especially Alex Shelley finally capturing the one title that had eluded him his entire TNA career. Chris Sabin obviously losing that X Division championship to one Leo Rush, a guy I'm a big fan of as well. But Alex Shelley is still carrying the torch for both of them, and I think that's great.
Yeah, but speaking of tag guys looking to win singles titles, how about Otis? This is a man that once held the Money in the Bank briefcase, once had an opportunity at the Universal or even WWE World Heavyweight Championship, but Otis now here in Glory, he had a big win last week over the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. This is a big man riding some big momentum right now.
Absolutely. I'm still quite shocked at the fact that Otis was able to win that match. Not that Otis is incredible, but obviously AJ Styles is a 20-year veteran, been all over the world, been world champion everywhere he's been. So I think that's a testament to Otis's future as he absolutely drops Keith Lee. What an amazing move there. I know he's strong, but jeez.
Nah, man. I mean, Otis is built different. Once went by the moniker Blue Collar Solid. Of course, once being part of the tag team Heavy Machinery. Otis always did strike me as a working man, the kind of man that has the iron pail, lunchbox.
That's Christ! What a powerbomb! Sorry to interrupt you there.
No, you're good. I'm just going on some stupid analogy. But walks in the workday starts and ends by a little steam whistle, and oh my god, I thought he was gonna put him in a tree of woe for a second. And the fans absolutely loving this just showcase of power. But again, Otis, just really strikes you as this big physical specimen, but he's also fairly athletic for a big man. Of course, training under one of the best mat wrestlers in the business right now in Chad Gable's Otis, kicking out at 1.
Absolutely clubbing blows back and forth here so far. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think this match is going to be pretty, but it is going to be awesome. No, Chad Gable and Otis are both...
Sorry.
dropping Keith Lee. No, you're fine. Again, this match is not going to be pretty whatsoever. Chad Gable and Otis are both former amateur wrestlers. Obviously, Chad being several pounds lighter has the opportunity to teach Otis a bit more finesse to go with that power. But you can definitely expect American Alpha 3 at this point, or should I say Alpha Academy, to do very, very good things in the immediate future. Otis, honestly, if he can get a win over Keith Lee here tonight, will have all the momentum in the world to take, his next step in the international division, and maybe even, just use that to try and get a tag team title shot. Obviously, we've got Team Canada versus FTR here tonight, but maybe American Alpha 3, aka Alpha Academy, can be looking at those titles in the near future. Judgment Day should definitely be on watch.
Now, I really want to point out everything that just went on there. So, Keith Lee tried to tap out Otis with the bear squeeze. Keith Lee then did a kip up, and Otis immediately took him down with the clothesline. I'm seeing athleticism I've never seen from these guys. Now, Keith Lee is an athletic man, but goddamn. And Lee...
Kip up is definitely a nice one to see.
I think Lee, what he's trying to do, he's trying to speed up the pace. He's trying to bring the match to a faster pace in hopes of wearing out Otis. And Otis, meanwhile, just focusing on using his power to wear down the big man.
Yeah, I think that's smart. Like, obviously we know Keith Lee is probably the more athletic / nimble of the two, but that doesn't mean Otis doesn't have an enemy. duplicate some of those things. Maybe not the moonsault, obviously.
Oh my god.
As
Oh
Keith
my
Lee's to the
god.
top rope, going for that elbow drop from halfway across the ring. Very Xavier Woods-esque.
Did that
Going for the
puncture
cover
a
here.
kidney? Here's the cover. No,
Ew.
it did not.
Very strong 2 count there. Picking up Otis here.
I wish we could do replays because Keith Lee just absolutely soared across the ring. That shit was absolutely majestic. And a not so majestic takedown, but still a takedown by Otis. Now working to get us back into his pace, and whoa!
God, what a choke slam there. I don't know how somebody hasn't thrown their shoulder out, honestly, because that's a lot of weight to just be throwing around, ladies and gentlemen. Both of these men are easily over 300 pounds.
And oh my god, Otis getting countered by Lee, soaring across the ring. But Otis says, no, fuck your legs, fuck your kicks, I'm kicking you in the head. And now he's picking Lee back up. And wait, whoa.
That world's strongest slam, maybe?
Whoa!
No.
And now Otis is going to the top rope. This is absolutely insane. Otis! Headbutt!
Oh, diving headbutt, obviously.
Shouts out to his
to
mentor.
Danny O'Brien.
And also Chad
Gable.
Gable. And Otis now.
There's the world's strongest slam. Shouts out to Mark Henry, a.k.a. Sexual Chocolate. We have a cover now.
And Keith
One,
Lee, he's out.
2.
Oh my goodness, 2.87.
Keith Lee says no, rolling out of the ring to try and catch his breath after that phenomenal onslaught by Chad Gable's mentor / mentee. Obviously, they boost each other up, and Otis.
And Keith Lee, face first to the world's strongest barricade. I'm surprised he's not busted open after that.
And honestly, with this onslaught from Otis, we can expect it pretty soon, it looks like. Absolutely, just working him up. Keith Lee returning with a chop here. Speaking of chops, Survivor Series is not too far away in an alternate universe. Maybe we'll see something similar here in OCW. Obviously, I would not mind seeing Keith Lee and Gunther going at it. How would you feel about that type of match, Stanley?
That would be an awesome match, but well, Keith Lee would have to be the world heavyweight champion at that point. You know, now if Gunther still is heavyweight champion by the time that comes around. But hey, if that doesn't happen, we can always make something happen. And Otis denying Keith Lee entry back into his ring. Otis just standing, looking over Lee. He's saying, this is my ring, this is my mat, and you can't have it. Or you will not win. Or something cool to that nature.
Again, sales this time, Keith Lee.
Otis, not really a man of words, but a man of action. Oh my goodness.
What a clubbing blow to the neck there.
And Keith Lee now relying more on that raw power and throwing Otis off of him and delivering a right hook. Here's the cover. 1,
Might be
2.
it.
No.
Otis kicks out. What a hoss fight, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely similar to Roman Reigns and Lance Archer from last week.
And Otis, world's strongest slam. That's the second one. Here's the cover.
That might be it.
That is it. And Otis stays hot. His second straight victory.
What a match, ladies and gentlemen. Otis, for 2 weeks in a row now, have beaten 2 guys who are some of the absolute best at what they do. And Keith Lee and the phenomenal one, AJ Styles.
So what is next for Otis? That's not for me to decide, but that's for absolutely everybody else to find out. And Blue Collar Solid gets it done for the second week in a row against another titan of the wrestling landscape. And listen, I hate your show, but I love Otis. I want to see more of Otis. Give me Otis.
I'll definitely have to talk with Otis backstage. Maybe set up a possible world championship opportunity for him. He's definitely proving himself. And I have to say, I'm again shocked. Not that I doubted Otis, but I was expecting that match to go the other way. But now we can look forward to a match with actual championship ramifications. We will be looking at 8-star FTR, the 10-time tag team champions, taking on the newly formed Team Canada.
Yep.
Two guys who I think deserve better in general.
Now we've seen members of both these teams on Overdrive Glory numerous times. Dax Harwood was in that tag team battle royal to determine who would go after the tag titles in Mayhem, and then Cash Wheeler had a match where he fought valiantly against Daniel Bryan just a few weeks ago here on Glory. Now, of course, Tyler Breeze also being in that 8-man tag team battle royal qualifier. And Josh Alexander, having that showcase match a couple weeks ago with a walking weapon looked very, very strong. And, honestly, looking at this, I think Team Canada gets the win here. I think it's going to be an upset. I think we're going to be singing "Oh Canada" by the end of the night.
As much as I want that and expect that, I'm a betting man, and as a betting man, you can't bet against the house. And the house being the 10-time tag team champions, 8-star FTR. They've been world champions in every promotion they've been in, and I kind of have to give them the benefit of the doubt here. But I would love Team Canada to pull off the win here tonight.
Hey, what are you talking about the house? The house is on the other show. Stick to your own brand, for God's sake.
Okay, well, for a more modern reference, especially concerning these guys, you don't bet the barn if you don't need to. And I feel like betting the barn here would be a mistake. Especially with FTR looking to become 9-star FTR here tonight. And, live up to the legacy of that rivalry they had with the Briscoes and being the first ever, or should I say the second ever, OCW World Tag Team Champions. Glorious World Tag Team Champions.
And now Team Canada not getting the warmest welcome from the crowd here, but, maybe they'll get them to warm up to them, or maybe they'll just piss them off more. Who knows, but the Gorgeous One going up against the youngest of 13 to start this match. And Cash Wheeler, oh my God, backbreaker. And that's all he needs. He's going to tag in Uncle Dax.
Tag here.
And Uncle Dax immediately going to work. Of course, FTR in an alternate universe about to go up against the Young Bucks at Wembley Stadium. That's probably destined to be, an amazing match.
I can expect phenomenal, absolutely death-defying things from Young Bucks FTR 3. Hopefully, they win here tonight, and that can transfer over to success for them, because I'm not ready to see that tag team title reign end whatsoever.
And, of course, one half the Young Bucks going to be in action tonight on Overdrive Pride, where Nick Jackson, who tapped out to Matt Riddle, during the OCW draft. He's looking to get his revenge on Riddle and RK Bro tonight. Of course, that happening on the other brand, but on this brand right now with this match, look at Cash just absolutely wearing out, the glorious legs and, oh fuck, I said the word again. The beautiful legs and the beautiful feet of Tyler Breeze.
Yes, the Gorgeous One, the Prince of Cute Builds.
Well, wait, Gorgeous Package. Gorgeous Package only gets to a count of 1.
Josh Alexander going after Dax Harwood there. Oh, what? Oh, that looked rough. Absolutely dropping Breeze on his neck here with that suplex.
Oh, speaking of neck, I think that just happened that Josh Alexander was trying to be proactive and help his partner, but it's just led to things going from worse to bad. And speaking of bad, Tyler Breeze is out on the O. And he does not look like he is sentient right now.
Worse to bad is a new one. As FCR is looking for it. Oh, what a gut punch tag team maneuver here. A Breeze doing his best to fight back. It's clearly not working. Oh, counter.
Wait a minute, Breeze. Oh my goodness.
Bronco Buster.
And Breeze immediately turning momentum into his favor, and now going to drag Uncle Dax
to his corner.
Over the corner. This might be the most beautifully dangerous corner in all of tag team wrestling. And Breeze, what's he thinking? Oh, what a counter by Dax. And Dax now look at the tag. What a suplex. And Breeze having to tag out to the walking weapon. The walking weapon, youngest of 13. Oh my God, what a kick to the face by Cash Wheeler.
Working the legs here. Sharpshooter, it looks like. Yes. No.
No, not that. Something different. Oh my God.
Oh.
And right to that
Stomping
neck.
in the face, Alexander there.
Here's the cover. And what quick
Breeze
reaction.
immediately breaking it up.
Some very quick reaction time by Tyler Breeze. Now, it's interesting because Breeze is only, tasted
This time,
championship
actually
gold.
locking in the sharpshooter.
Breeze's only taste championship gold came as one half of the former NXT Tag Team Champions in Brazongo.
True, but actually speaking, I don't know if you knew this, recently Breeze actually captured the Next Gen Championship in his return to professional wrestling.
Oh shit,
I
what promotion?
I can't remember off the top of my head. Let me just whip out my handy dandy cell phone here while you commentate the match.
I mean, you're a PNG. They can't see that. What a swinging neck breaker by Josh Alexander. And Uncle Dax, he's inches away from Cash Wheeler, but you seemingly couldn't see him further. Spinning tombstone. Here's the cover. Probably going to get broken up. 1, 2. Oh, no. Uncle Dax kicking out. Cash Wheeler nowhere in sight. Instinctively knowing he would kick out. And now Breeze is gonna come in. I was gonna say cash in. We're not even close to that yet.
Yeah, but no, Breeze recently captured the New Generation Wrestling Championship, and obviously the NGW promotion. So congratulations to Breeze on that. That's his first singles goal. But we're trying to see if he can replicate that here in OCW. Obviously, Breeze is also a former FCW Tag Team Champion, a championship he always wanted to win with friend Austin Creed, but that just didn't translate into a championship opportunity for them in the development of brand.
Oh my goodness! And Breeze, more misfortune coming his way as he bounced off the ropes. Alexander, though, picture perfect breakup. Those things don't exist in the real world, but they do in professional wrestling. And Breeze now. What's he thinking? Oh! Plants him! Middle of the ring! Here's the cover! Dax is not climbing in, but a kick out at 1!
Unbelievable there. Maybe not enough, of that move fully hit to get the impact.
The youngest of
Cass is working over
the youngest of
leg.
13 saying, I took worse during bedroom wrestling. Kicking out at 1 there. And into the corner, an uppercut on Alexander, and the walking weapon is a walking target right now. I don't think he knows where he is. But Cash, though, going to focus on his tag team partner as the referee begins counting. Plants him on his knee. And Alexander, though, where is he? Because he might have to go save his partner. Of course, Uncle Dax watching on. Probably has a huge boner right now watching this. Of course, you can't see it because our camera crew is really good at obscuring that shit. And can't really tell what's happening, but I'm assuming Tyler Breeze is getting all kinds of fucked up. Oh my God, suplex, and part of his body might have hit the hardest barricade in wrestling. Referee at the count of 8. Cash finally breaking the count. Oh, I thought Alexander was the legal man. No, he's not. It's Tyler Breeze. FTR wins by countout. And Josh Alexander bouncing up from that, from whatever that was, to go no. But FTR getting it done. Maybe not the prettiest way possible, but they got it done.
Honestly, that's very interesting. From them, of all teams, usually they're all about making sure they win convincingly.
Of course, FTR, they're smart, not me, because they knew who the legal man was. I thought it was Alexander, but no, it was Breeze. So Cash Wheeler, knowing he had that knowing he had that advantage in that moment, deciding to prey on Tyler Breeze, wear him down to the point where he couldn't see where he was. He didn't know what the hell wrestling was. He didn't even know that it wasn't Wednesday, but rather Thursday. And just like that, FTR, getting physical but earning a victory. and they are number 1 contenders now against the Judgment Day. What are your thoughts on that match?
Kind of disappointed, honestly, Stanley. Like, obviously, I'm very happy for FTR, but matches ending in countouts, like I've said before previously, I'm not a big fan of. Like, obviously, it's a strategic move, and I can't be mad at it, but it leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Well, as much as it may suck, FTR are your number 1 contenders unless you decide to do some wacky shit as GM. I don't know. It's your show. It ain't my show. But speaking of your show, next up, the champion of your show, going up against the Indie Death God in Matt Cardona. Of course, this being a non-title match. This is the second non-title match Okada has competed in, since winning the Overdrive World Heavyweight Championship. So, when the hell is he going to defend that championship?
Very soon, honestly. I'm still working on who I want the first challenger for that title to be. Obviously, Cedric had the chance to, try and prove that be him in the champion versus champion showcase match, and he failed, unfortunately. But Otis is looking really good right now, so maybe it'll be Otis.
That would be one hell of a matchup, quite honestly. And here comes Okada, of course, capturing the World Heavyweight Championship at Wrestle Mayhem. In that Fatal 4-Way Hell in a Cell match. And as we said, he's been in action, of course, beating international champion Cedric Alexander. The champion, hot as he's ever been. And it's a great opportunity for Matt Cardona, and even with Mr. Break the Ceiling, Kevin Owens, expected to be out here watching this match tonight, I think Okada gets it done. But, Kevin Owens has been Mr. Break the Ceiling, since literally day 1 here in OCW. He's just been sitting quietly and catering, eating his banana, maybe eating some pudding after that, waiting for his opportunity. Do you think Kevin Owens makes his declaration tonight?
It's a very strong possibility. Obviously, I have no idea what goes on in Kevin's mind. He's his own man for sure.
And speaking of Kevin, he's coming out behind Matt Cardona.
Well, they recently had that singles match. Kevin Owens and Matt are, I won't say friends, but they are associates. Maybe Kevin is just in Matt's corner because he respects him, and also to get into the mind of Okada here tonight. Maybe he uses this as an opportunity to get Okada to lose here tonight and set up Cardona for a championship match, and then helps Cardona win, and then cash in the Break the Ceiling contract. Maybe he feels like it will be an easier opponent. I have no idea what Kevin is doing here, but I support it. Obviously, as a superstar, he has absolutely every right to be out here. So we'll see.
And Kevin Owens looking to watch from ringside as Okada, begins with an uppercut, a power bomb, and the champion showing absolutely no fear against the Indie Death God. Now, of course, Kevin Owens became Mr. Break the Ceiling, at the OCW draft. He has, if not mistaken, about 4.5 more months to cash in that contract. Of course, that contract not working like Money in the Bank. It's one where you have to declare in advance, that you want the match. But, Kevin Owens could pretty much do that anytime before showtime if he likes, as Okada go for the quick cover and a kick out at 1.
Yeah, if I'm Kevin Owens personally, I'm either waiting for our first major pay-per-view after Wrestle Mayhem, which will be Defiance, or I wait to the very last minute and I cash in the week of the contract expiring. I cash in and I say, the week before, the Wednesday before, I say the last week has arrived. This is my opportunity. This is my moment. I've been waiting. I've been hiding in the shadows. I've been playing games. Now is the time.
Been hiding in the shadows. Make it sound like it's gonna be like a freaking like Yu-Gi-Oh duel.
Okada with that Rainmaker has sent many a men to the Shadow Realm. So who knows? Maybe
Oh
we'll
shit.
partner with Master Duel and have send the Shadow Games match. You never know. We got to get that money.
It's like it's like that's our version of the fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre match, the goddamn Shadow Games match, where every time you can't like wrestle a move unless you like hit somebody, like hit their life points.
I mean, there's also that time that Miz had that match to promote Batista's movie, and like he got attacked by zombies. So, yeah.
Yeah, which that match was stupid. People forget about the match, the Raw after between Damian Priest and here's the cover by Okada between Damian Priest and John Morrison, of course now Johnny Overdrive. That match was lit. I think that was a lumberjack match.
Cool.
But
maybe who knows?
Well, the zombie
honestly.
one was a lumberjack match. It was stupid.
Correct.
The actual wrestling wasn't the worst, but the whole premise was fucking stupid. But what's not fucking
Cardona
stupid?
with a DDT on the champion.
What's not fucking stupid is this comeback that Cardano's getting.
Another DDT on the champion.
And now Cardano's got the leg of the champion. The champion's in the middle of the ring. The ref was kind of blocking the ropes, but Okada managing to turn it around, and the pretty face of Cardona has just gotten mashed. And oh, that pretty face just got busted open. Okada now measuring.
Oh,
back fist Rainmaker.
That's a new one. You know, usually we see that powerbomb into it.
And Cardona kicks out.
Have we seen someone kick out of the Rainmaker so far here in Overdrive? At least used by Okada. We know Moose is taking the stealing finishers.
Well, that's because the Rainmaker's not his finisher. It's just a move in his arsenal. Also, Moose doesn't need finishers. He makes his own. In the knee to the face. I mean, just the world's greatest scoop slam. Like, literally. Like, we're going to sell t-shirts of that shit.
I'm not buying one.
Well, you don't have to. You'll buy best arm drag ever, though. I know you'll buy that shit.
I will be buying a best arm drag ever shirt. Absolutely.
Okada,
the
German into the Rainmaker.
This one has to be it.
Right in front of Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens just shaking it off. And that's it.
And Okada moving to, I believe this is now 4-0 in Overdrive.
That's absolutely correct. Kevin Owens, though, looks rather unimpressed by that Rainmaker. He just kind of, dusted off his arm. Like, I feel Kevin Owens is not intimidated by the Rainmaker.
I honestly don't think he is either, which is either a testament to Kevin Owens' fortitude and just sheer experience in professional wrestling, or, honestly speaking, stupidity on his part. Okada is a world champion multi-times over, and so far he's looked like, honestly, the second or in at times best man in all of Overdrive.
Well, but honestly, though, Kevin Owens has always been somebody that, yes, he can be stupid sometimes. That's just because you piss him off and he wants to fight somebody. Kevin Owens is always looking for a fight. He'll take on anybody he can in a fight. I think Kevin Owens, honest to goodness, even though it leads him to getting his ass beat more often than not, Kevin Owens is absolutely fearless. He is fearless, and when a man has no fear and has nothing but anger, he's very, very, very dangerous.
Yeah, that's a good point. Kevin Owens is known for absolutely working over anybody and everybody he can when it comes to professional wrestling. But our next match is the one I'm looking forward to. Jordynne Grace and Candice LeRae both have a lot to prove. Obviously, Candice still being a part of the Blind Eliminator tournament. But I definitely think they both want to be women's champion more than anything. Like being a tag team champion, the first ever, is cool. And I definitely think they're both looking forward. Well, Candice is still looking forward to the opportunity, and I know Jordynne, unfortunately being paired up with Becky, obviously with that tension there, I was also looking forward to. But the end goal here is to be Overdrive Glorious Women's Champion.
I mean, honestly though,
The women's world champion.
a women's world champion, and if you're Jordynne Grace, you have to be absolutely pissed off. You get the golden opportunity at Wrestle Mayhem. Becky Lynch, absolutely ruthless in that match, absolutely rubbing it in. You know, not only getting a lead, but continuing to build on it. But Jordynne Grace was already well and out. Then having to get paired with your mortal enemy just to suffer another loss and get eliminated and lose another chance at gold. You know, I mean, if you're Jordynne Grace, I go into this match looking to absolutely kill somebody.
I definitely expect Candice to have a very tough time. But Jordan, I think, is a professional. Obviously, she's been Impact Women's World Champion before. She knows what it's like to be at the top of the mountain. She also knows what it's like to fall down to the bottom. And I definitely think she's taking all that into consideration coming into this match. I hope Candice is prepared. I'll say that for sure. But I don't think Jordan has any more or less of a chip on her shoulder than she does waking up every morning being the type of woman that she is. Obviously, you know, she's not the most feminine woman on the planet, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. She definitely enjoys being masculine, or at least muscular. You know, she's a very pretty woman. But Twitter trolls are a thing, so or should I say, X trolls now are a thing, and she's used to that. So I feel like, you know, that chip is bigger than any chip she can carry. So beating Candice here tonight is the first step in the right direction for her, for sure.
Listen, I'm just going to say this. I think that Twitter is more toxic than the Modern Warfare 2 lobbies back in the day. And that's a very hard level of toxic to be able to beat.
That's a toss-up, sir. As a Modern Warfare 2 guy, I definitely feel like that could go either way. Candice with the running bulldog to start us off.
And Candice looking for a very quick victory. Here's the cover one, and Jordynne Grace says, no.
Not in this lifetime, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, what a neck breaker.
Candice definitely showing her agility, looking for the butt bump, but failing.
Whatever she was looking for, it didn't fucking work, and Jordynne Grace just going to absolutely assert her dominance right here. Just a couple hits, and Candice is already in a bit of a bad light. Jordan, oh god, kick to the shin.
And again, I feel like Jordan's power is very understated. Like, I don't think she's truly had a chance to start it off. And I think we're gonna see that here tonight. And Jordan taking another neck breaker from Candice here.
Candice, oh my god, sunset flip power bomb. Candice LeRae did not expect to see something like that, especially this early. But Candice, again, you know, trying to control things at her own pace, trying to slow down the not so gentle giant that is Jordynne Grace. But of course,
what a forearm cut.
But of course, you never want to awake a sleeping giant.
You know, terrible decision.
And Grace now picking up LeRae and just delivering right hooks. I was looking for drops her. What a suplex. Oh, and a standing senton.
Standing senton. Favorite of hers, clearly.
Ass to the sternum, you know, hurts anybody. And Grace off the ropes. Oh,
what a big boot. Absolutely flipping her inside out with that clothesline there. Shout out to Brody Lee.
Jordynne Grace waiting.
Stalking Candice.
Plotting. Executing.
What a backbreaker. And again, Jordynne Grace is a very talented athlete. We know she has the power, but top rope here, she's looking for a little bit more finesse.
And Grace takes to the skies. What a crossbody.
Crossbody. Oh, went for another senton and pays for it. Candice trying to fight back. No, Grace. Kicks to the stomach. Overhead press.
That has to hurt. That absolutely has to hurt. Candice, though, those veteran instincts kicking in, rolling out the ring immediately. But Jordynne Grace might as well be the boogeyman, chasing Candice out there. And giving her a shoulder rub. And the shoulder rub worked, but not in the way that Jordynne Grace would have liked. And Jordan, oh my god! Knees in the back of Code Breaker, but Jordan's right back up. And can this natural selection-like move right there.
Right.
And now lifting up Grace and a brain buster onto the floor. Jordan Grace showing a lot of resiliency right here. And oh, God. That could be it. I think she's dead. No, she's surely alive, Candice LeRae. Running on absolute fumes, but able to kick out right there with Jordan Grace. Oh, sit out powerbomb. I would have pinned her right there. Grace now, is she looking for another one? Oh, God, what a pile driver. Here's the cover. 1, 2, and a much-needed win for Jordan Grace right there. And Candice LeRae, well, she'll have a week to recover, but that's going to be on her mind next week.
Absolutely. Jordan Grace picking up a much-needed win at this point. And again, power game matters. And I feel like she hasn't really been able to show that so far, and now she has. Hopefully Candice can recover, because unfortunately, she'll be pulling double duty this month. Because next week, she and Indy will be taking on Dakota and Jamie in the other semifinal match.
You know, but that's definitely, to me, that has to be such a huge, huge weight off the shoulders of Jordan Grace. You know, 2 straight, heartbreaking losses that nobody wants to take, but with major opportunities. But here, Candice LeRae, a couple of points, seem to have something going, but Jordan able to slow things down and physically assert her dominance over one half of the way. Great victory by Jordan Grace tonight.
No, 100%, much needed. But the main event tonight, and again, I feel like this is 5-star potential. Who will be Mr. Workhorse himself?
5 stars again.
Mr. Workhorse himself, the prime Cedric Alexander, taking on Shinsuke Nakamura in a match that I expect to be absolutely astounding.
Of course, Shinsuke won a very hard-hitting brawl a few weeks ago against Alexander and Keith Lee to make it into this match, but the King of Strong Style, proving just that in that match, because just remember, that match was just absolute pure physicality, and the fans singing along to one of the hypest themes in all professional wrestling.
Absolutely. Up there with Judas and Carry On My Wayward Son, now that the Elite use it. Elevate, but Will Ospreay is definitely making his way up in my top 5. We've got Metalingus by Edge. I Walk Alone is probably the greatest professional wrestling theme song of all time. Batista retired now.
And
who do you have tonight?
You know what? I'm just gonna give that bump. I'm gonna give the bump to Cedric. Shinsuke, obviously, Shinsuke is a legend in his own right. He deserves to be international champion if he so wins it. But even with that loss to Okada, who we saw made really short work of Matt Cardona tonight, I feel that A, there's no shame in that loss looking back, and B, I think Cedric's just built different. With this title around his way, Cedric is just built different. And come draft time next year, definitely might be somebody I'll have my eye on. But I'm
letting you know now, Cedric Alexander might be my first pick next year. It's not even a joke.
Well, and that just goes to show, even coming off a loss, just the sheer amount of hype around Alexander in this run with the title so far. And here he is, the primal man himself, Cedric T. Alexander, coming out with the purple and gold around his waist.
I for one, can't be more proud of Cedric and the champion he's become so far on Overdrive. The white brand truly has probably a undeserving like we as a brand are undeserving of Cedric's greatness so far. It's like 5-star match after 5-star match, a successful defense after successful defense. Every time Cedric steps through those ropes, I'm expecting something absolutely insane.
And of course, the T and Cedric Alexander standing for the. Cedric is the Alexander, but will he be the guy once again in tonight's glorious main event? And I could say that because it's a show, but whatever. You know what? Anyways, Ryan's in the ring. His mother's still very hot. Ryan, we love you. Nakamura respectfully bowing to the crowd. Of course, this man, more than just a professional wrestler, an absolute artist. But a huge pop for the International Champion tonight. Now we got a couple dissenters out there, but, you know, it's whatever.
Yeah, I mean, Cedric was a heel last time he was on WWE programming, so I get it. I understand.
But will this be the last time Cedric sees that title, of course? And the one thing a champion never wants to do, hand it over to the referee. But of course, that's why you fight as hard and valiantly as you do, because you want that title around your waist once again.
Yeah, but again, champion's advantage doesn't exist for the International Championship with most of the matches, unless special occasions or 2 out of 3 falls matches, but you kind of have to give it to Cedric here because he's used to being in these matches at this point. He knows what it's like to have to beat a guy twice. And I don't know if Shinsuke can beat Cedric twice, especially when he's been so consistent so far in his Overdrive career.
And of course, because he keeps beating people twice, I mean, Cedric may very well have the most total pinfalls in the history of OCW as of right now. And Shinsuke trying to go for that early tap. What a counter by the champion. We are off to a hot and heavy start here in Glory's main event. Shinsuke immediately firing back, and oh yeah, he's playing to the crowd a little bit. Oh, but Cedric doesn't like that.
Yep, like I was about to say, that's definitely a mistake when it comes to Cedric Alexander. You do not want to give this man time.
Cedric immediately putting Shinsuke in his place, but Shinsuke saying, I have big leg, and now big strong arms, and now, oh my god, driving him neck first on the ropes. Is this going to be the first pinfall? No. Says the Cedric. And planting Shinsuke on his face. Immediately picking him back up. Ooh, Shinsuke. Oh, I thought maybe he was going to... Wait a minute, what the fuck?
Checking out the ref.
Shinsuke kicked the ref.
I am not okay with that. He's definitely getting fined after this.
I don't know how
that did not look accidental.
I don't know how that's advantageous in any way. You need the referee for 2 falls.
Cedric countering. No, Shinsuke's 100% getting fined. That did nowhere near look like an accident. We'll be having a conversation after this.
And see, this is why you should come to Overdrive Pride. Wrestling on Glory makes you stupider. You attack referees when you absolutely need them to win.
Yeah, that's cool and all, but statistically, you're more likely to have a 5-star match over here on Glory. So if you want, Uncle Dave to boost your rating for the bidding war of whatever year your contract is up.
Listen, I have Will Ospreay going in action tonight. That's pretty much like being in the Tokyo Dome. We're gonna be fine.
You say that until John Moxley hits a paradigm shift 5 minutes in.
I would find Moxley for that. I would actually find him for doing his job. I'm like, look, you're supposed to win, but you can't win early. We gotta beat the other guys. And speaking of beating guys, these 2 guys beating on each other right now. Ooh, and Shinsuke using the ropes as leverage. Trying to work on that arm. Nakamura. Of course, you need your arms by everything in wrestling. And whoa! Oh! Shinsuke!
with the
Teleportation
teleport knee.
powers for the first fall. Cedric just kicked out of teleportation. How do you do that?
Alexander is the prime Alexander. Obviously, that's caused some tension with Logan. Recently been tweeting up a storm, trying to get a match. I don't necessarily know if we're going to sign him here in Overdrive, but it's definitely a possibility. Nakamura countering here.
The master of teleportation, still with
What
the
a
advantage.
knee there.
What a kick. And Cedric.
Cedric grabbing that experience. Cedric and Shin are both veterans of the game. That's just Cedric's ring awareness showing out here. Great move by the champion.
And the champion now trying to get some of his mojo back. Sends Shinsuke off the ropes. They bump each other. Nothing really happens. Oh, but that's strong of the strong style. And whoa, Cedric was up high, but he countered.
Knee.
Oh my God, Shinsuke.
What an axe kick. Shinsuke calling for it.
Shinsuke looked to be measuring up for something, but nothing really happened. Not a single fall in this match so far.
Cedric rolling out of ring, taking a moment to recover here.
And of course, a count of 10 does equal a pinfall. Cedric did manage to win his match against Santos Escobar using that strategy. But maybe Shinsuke trying to use that to his advantage. Oh, wait a minute, though. Cedric countering, but Shinsuke countering. Cedric countering again. Back and forth.
What a back and forth here. Taking a moment to recover and then into the hardest barricade in professional wrestling.
That can't hurt. What a plant on the floor. Referee, the count of 5. Both men still up. Cedric, though.
Absolutely planting Nakamura. Count of 6 right now.
Now, if they both
Cedric.
If they both get counted out.
7. I want to say it's a draw and they both get a point.
That would be something. But now Shinsuke's back in the ring. Cedric needs to get back in.
Taking a moment. Count of 8. Okay. Cedric back into the ring. Irish whip.
Cedric absolutely took his time there. Shinsuke thought top rope for a sec. Thought the distance might have been just a hair too far. Now bringing it to the champion. He's got an armbar locked in. Armbar. On the O.
It's not fully. Is this enough? I don't know if he's got. Yeah, no. Cedric getting out of it. Shinsuke obviously hadn't really fully planted him into the armbar. Oh.
And that
knee to the stomach there.
That almost looked like a bit of a modified lumbar check. Cedric kick to the face. Middle of the ring goes Shinsuke.
Will we see it? No.
And still no pinfalls in this match. Shinsuke, though.
Just throwing knees absolutely everywhere. Cover.
Is that knee going to be enough? Oh my goodness, Shinsuke has a 1-0 advantage.
Nakamura picking up the first fall. I know Cedric's ribs have to be absolutely hurting at this point.
We might have to check for bruised ribs, quite honestly. And Shinsuke now just one pinfall away from getting the International Championship. He'd be the second man ever. And Cedric, powers out.
Cedric countering.
Could this be the turnaround
Got to pick up the pace here. Oh, again, dropping Nakamura with that face buster.
And Cedric at a disadvantage, but could turn the tide. What a move by Shinsuke. This could be it. 1,
I think 2, that was,
no,
Cedric kicking out. Oh. I think he did hit him with the Kinshasa. I think we just didn't get the right camera angle for it. Nakamura stalking.
Nakamura pissed off. Cedric now on the outside. And Cedric just escaping death for just a moment. But death comes for us all. But is this going to be the
Kip
night? What a kip up! And Cedric possibly looking for that lumbar check. No! Instead of muscle buster, here's the cover. Oh!
Kick out at 2. Cedric stalking Nakamura now outside of the ring. Stunner.
The
Spinning
fans,
to the outside.
the fans officially chanting "Fight Forever." Cedric going for it all. A picture perfect splash. But he needs to win this back inside the ring.
Armdrive. Not necessarily. Again, not a huge fan, but he has taken advantage of a count-out victory before.
What's Cedric
calling
looking for?
Something. No. Back into the ring. Picking up Nakamura. Countering.
Dragon screw by Nakamura. And clutching onto that knee is Alexander. Nakamura's son!
Oh no.
This could be it!
That might be it.
Middle
Ladies
of the
and
ring!
gentlemen. 1, 2,
We have a new
3.
champion.
Unbelievably, Shinsuke Nakamura dethroning the workhorse himself, Cedric Alexander. We have a new international champion, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how I feel.
By a score of 2-0, Alexander fights valiantly, but strong style proves to be stronger tonight in an instant classic to round out Overdrive glory. I'll tell you how I feel about that match. I hate that it was on your brand, but it was a good match. But Alexander,
Great match.
Alexander,
for the first time ever, Cedric Alexander finishes a 2 out of 3 falls match with no falls to his name.
Alexander, not that he didn't fight hard or valiantly, of course, seemingly going pound for pound, but Nakamura just a little bit too strong, doing a lot of damage to those ribs, and even kicking out of Nakamura's finisher once, but 2 times. This is just always just a little bit too much.
No, absolutely. Cedric can definitely take some time off to recover and rest, and then obviously, as far as I'm concerned, he's first in line when it comes to the International Championship after a phenomenal run like that. But sometimes it's just not your night. So you can definitely look forward to Nakamura Alexander 2. We don't know when that will be, but yeah. Congratulations to Shinsuke.
Just like that, we have a new face of the Workhorse title. But of course, that's not all the programming we got for OCW today. Coming up in just a little bit, we have an action-packed Overdrive Pride as the House Open continues on. And of course, in our main event, the Prideful Women's Championship on the line as Bayley has her first ever title defense against Serena Deeb. That all coming up. But before we sign off on Glory, final thoughts on tonight's show.
Once again, proving without a shadow of a doubt that the A brand is the white brand. I'm proud of everybody here tonight. Otis, absolutely phenomenal showing yet again. Cedric, great fight. Again, you're first in line as far as I'm concerned for the International Championship. Once again, congratulations to Shinsuke. You earned that. The women, once again, showing why we have the best women's division on the planet. And I can, as much as it pains me to say that, I can definitely include the Orange Brand's women when it comes to that. And as far as I'm concerned, whatever women on the Orange Brand, when we do crown our official women's tag team champions who want a shot, you're more than welcome. But yeah, with that being said, another great show from Glory. Not a bad match on the card, and I can be, as GM, absolutely happy with that.
Well, hopefully I'll be even more happy than you at the end of tonight. Of course, the Orange Brand coming up in just a couple of minutes. Stick with us. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Overdrive Championship Wrestling. You should know who we are by now, but in case you don't, I am the manager of champions. I am one half of the Undisputed Kings of Commentary. I am co-founder, co-owner of Overdrive Championship Wrestling, and general manager of the brand in Overdrive, Overdrive Pride. My name...
That's cute.
Shut up, I haven't said your name yet. My name is Stanley Brewer, and I'm kind of a big deal. And with me is the PNG of Power, the other half of the Undisputed Kings of Commentary, Mr. Elias Storm. And we have an absolutely monstrous, action-packed night of, well, action for you wonderful, wonderful people. Getting into our card for tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have the conclusion of the first set of matches in the House Open. Now, the House has already announced their stipulation for tonight. This will be no disqualifications. But the big question is just who the hell is Darby Allin going to be going against? The House, they're the ones to pick the competitors. They've been very, very secretive about whoever this last Joe Schmo is. But anyways, after that match, we have a prideful showcase match as Io Sky will make her Pride debut. She goes up against Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, and Roxanne Perez. And then a chance for the Bucks to get a little bit of retribution as Nick Jackson will go up against one half of the Prideful Tag Team Champions in Matt Riddle. And then our second showcase match of the night. A fatal four-way match as LA Knight will take on Montez Ford, Hangman Page, and Sheamus. A prideful showcase fatal four-way match. And then in our semi-main event, they're running it back. But this time in an Iron Man match as Jon Moxley looks to improve to 4-0 as Internet Champion. But he's got to go up against Will Ospreay, who gave him a fight last week. And then our main event match for the Prideful Women's Championship. Bayley will make her first ever title defense as she goes up against the winner of the first ever women's three-way dance and the winner of the women's eliminator tournament in Serena Deeb. Now, partner, I know this isn't your show, but what matches are you looking forward to the most?
Go ahead and sign me up for that Internet Championship match and that women's main event. So the last two matches on the card, the main event and the semi-main event, are definitely what I'm feeling the most for sure. Absolutely. Expect great things from all four of those competitors.
I mean, that's where we put those matches at the end. But I want to go into our opener right quick. So beyond the fact that we have no idea who the hell Darby Allin's going to be going up against, this has been a very interesting, first, round in the House Open. Of course, Robert Roode overcoming his former partner in the Dirty Dogs, lawn darting, can't say words, lawn darting Dolph Ziggler into a table. And then last week, what could have been a generational matchup, a matchup for the ages, honestly became a stink fest when Wes Lee simply gave up and let Shelton Benjamin climb the ladder to victory. And then, of course, Johnny Overdrive and Sami Zayn having what might be the only singles match in this entire tournament. And Johnny Overdrive picking up a much needed win after failing to qualify for the U.S. Championship. And now Darby Allin, who was in that initial U.S. Championship ladder match, I mean, he's completely left in the dark here. He has no idea who he's going up against. And of course, a loss tonight, not the end of the world, but it does put you on the brink of elimination. Elias, do you have any theories just who the hell's going to be showing up tonight?
If I'm the House, right, I'm thinking either I send in an absolute dead ringer or a guy I can trust to have my back. And, you got some dead ringers on your roster, but there's also a lot of dead ringers who are free agents. Maybe we see the Devil's Favorite Demon Kane. Maybe we see Buddy Matthews. Hell, maybe Rhea Ripley for shits and gigs. I don't know.
Maybe we see Blue Kane.
Yeah, maybe we see Blue Kane. Or the Blue Meanie. Shockmaster. Realistically, though, I definitely think Malachi's keeping that very close to heart. Hell, we could see Sting. Who knows? Maybe Sting Darby Allin just to, mess with Darby a bit.
Honestly, I am absolutely all for the Shockmaster coming in and becoming U.S. champion. That would be the story of the goddamn decade. Are you kidding me?
No, for sure.
Well, it looks like Darby's ready to go. They're about to hit his music. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting underway. Now, of course, Darby Allin. Darby Allin had a pretty dominant victory over Sheamus. Back when we were doing qualifiers for the U.S. title match at Wrestle Mayhem. But of course, that match at Mayhem being all kinds of chaotic and in the confusion, Malachi Black, picking up the win. And I feel if you're Darby, Darby fired up, running around the ring in a skateboard, but if you're Darby, we use the term chip on the shoulder a lot, but realistically, that's what Darby has to have, because he probably feels like he was robbed of that U.S. title and now has to start not from the bottom, but he's got a way to climb, because there's 7 other men going after that championship right now.
No, absolutely. If I was Darby, I'd be upset this House Open tournament even exists. I mean, Darby Allin, to my opinion, was a clear favorite for being the #1 contender for the championship. But sometimes you gotta prove your worth, and Darby Allin's very good at doing that. So I don't think he's taking it too much to heart. I definitely think he's looking to going 1-0 in round 1, and then rounding out this tournament with a dub, and going on to face Malachi.
Wait a second, is that who I think it is?
Oh, that's an interesting choice.
No, there's absolutely no mistaking it. You could see through the face mask. That's Brody King! Brody King is the final competitor!
I was right. Not only is he a ringer, but he's a very trusted friend of Malachi. As a matter of fact, he's the tag team partner of Malachi Black, former PWG World Tag Team Champions. And Darby's in for a test.
Brody King making his OCW debut here on OCW Pride, and he's got Darby Allin, who's been a longtime rival, in a no disqualification match. These guys fought each other at fucking Comic-Con, for God's sake. He put Darby through a table in front of sweaty comic book nerds. Brody King means business. Jesus. Barely an inch of that body, not covered in tattoos. No disqualification, something both men have a lot of experience with. Oh my God. Honestly though, if you're Darby Allin, things in life haven't been going the best lately, but things just went from bad to worse.
No, this is going to be a very interesting match for sure. Obviously, these guys know each other like the back of their hands at this point. Hopefully, it doesn't get too out of hand here.
And Brody King with the kendo stick already, and oh my God, right to the back of the head of Darby. And Brody, that's it. Oh wow, Brody going for it already. Did he just kill Darby Allin? No, Darby never says die. Honestly, I have legitimate concern for Allin. I say that with an amazing arm drag. But I have legitimate concern for Darby in this match, because not only do you have to deal with that size advantage, but it's no disqualifications. And while he did kick out, oh my God, Darby looked like that one kendo stick shot took everything out of him. But a sling blade, and Darby now trying his damnedest to get back in it. And Brody King says, nah, forearm to the face, son. And a forearm back by Darby. Darby Allin did not come here to play games. It doesn't matter who his opponent is.
I definitely think Darby is going to have to show a little bit more than the heart today. He's going to have to be as tenacious as possible. Cover 2. Strong 2.7 there. Yeah, but like I was saying, the heart's not going to be enough against a guy like Brody King.
Wait a minute,
Tenaciousness.
tombstone pile driver, and Brody King looking to end it here, and now there's the cover. Oh, and a kick out.
Darby's been absolutely destroyed so far. Somebody go check on him, honestly. Brody with the kendo.
And Brody almost looking to jump out of his boots, and he breaks the kendo stick in half. The brutality of Brody King, but Darby, he's taking everything like an absolute champ tonight. Oh, but that barricade, that's hard to take like a champ, but Darby takes it like a champ. Darby Allin.
Darby Allin refusing to die here, ladies and gentlemen.
And we have a classic on hand already here at the OCW Theater as Brody King. No, not against the barricade. Brody, oh my God. I think Darby's head might have skidded the barricade on the way down. Into the ring post. It's one of the hardest ring posts in all of wrestling. And now Brody. Oh my God, he's got a fucking shovel. No, Brody. That man was on sex, sent me to the ER. No. Okay. I'm sorry. I was scared for Darby Allin's well-being legitimately there. Oh my God.
No, that's a valid concern, honestly speaking.
Where the fuck did he get a shovel? I mean, I know where we got it, Dollar General, but where the fuck did why did that end up under the ring? The Darby, though, still fighting with everything he's got. He took a shovel to the fucking stomach, alright? That shit hurts. Alright, they call that the reverse scoop. And Darby, though, what a DDT.
What a DDT.
And Brody crawling now in the corner. Possible cannonball by Darby. No, it goes for the drop kick instead. And that shovel that's in the ring, that shovel could still be a huge factor. Darby. Flips Lee. Looking for the coffin drop, maybe. Yes, he hits it. Here's the cover.
Will that be enough?
And go.
Kick out at 2.6 by Brody King here. Not going without a fight.
And Darby
been able to... Oh, coup de grace there.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Dark thoughts crossing the mind of Darby Allin. He only gets in one good shot, though. Darby. Possibly looking for that stunner. Throws a forearm, misses. Brody. Brody. Oh, no. Oh, goodness. That might have hit the shovel. That might have hit the shovel. Oh, God. And Darby went limp for a second. Oh, and he might go limp for life after that. Darby, stay down. He's got a shovel. Oh, Darby doesn't give no shits about the shovel. Going up again. Coffin drop. Here's the cover. 1, 2, 3. Darby
Allin showing that size does not matter when it comes to his heart. Successfully foiling Brody King's plans on making sure he has no shot at the U.S. title.
And Darby Allin joins Robert Roode, Shelton Benjamin, and Johnny Overdrive at moving to 1-0 in this tournament. Brody King's debut spoiled by Darby Allin, and the shovel becomes a crucial plot point in that matchup. But shovels aside, what a win for Darby Allin, but what a debut by Brody King. And even with that loss, House of Black still looking strong in this tournament.
Yeah, no. Brody King has a bright future over there on the Orange brand for sure. He's also not completely out of the tournament yet, seeing as this is a round robin, so maybe he can make that comeback.
So of course that means that the next round of action will start next week. So we'll have to see who's Brody's next opponent's going to be. Ladies and gentlemen, our next match, a showcase match. This is a very interesting one because this will be Io Sky's debut on Pride. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think we've seen her since she's been drafted. Meanwhile, this is Britt Baker's first appearance on Overdrive programming since the draft. Now, Roxanne Perez did have an eliminator match a couple of weeks ago. Of course, she ended up falling short. You know, what an interesting matchup. And quite honestly, I think the debuting Io Sky is going to pick up the win here.
Yeah, I definitely feel like Io. I don't know why it's taking this long to get here, but Io has proven herself many a times. She's the current, WWE Women's Champion in the alternate universe. So yeah, I gotta back Io just off of just sheer attitude and skill. No one is better than James in the Sky when it comes to getting down to business.
And of course, Master of the Sky, pretty high pick in the OCW draft, and I imagine having to wait this long to debut. She's definitely probably antsy, and she is ready just to get her hands on somebody. That's another big reason why I give her that advantage, because I think that she's probably the hungriest of all three of these women. But all three of these women have to be hungry. Of course, we haven't seen Britt Baker, since the OCW draft, losing in the first match in OCW history, and a losing effort to Bailey. And she's had to wait a number of weeks to get her opportunities. But of course, the Doctor, huge opportunity here.
Brett's been having a bit of a rough time lately, in the alternate universe. That definitely hasn't been up to her peak game. So hopefully, this is a chance for her to, just kind of start fresh again, get that momentum back, and show that she is the baddest bitch in the room. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
Question: does she still have her practice open? Or does she just...
I want to say yeah. Yeah, I want she say she does indeed still clean teeth.
Wow.
No, not clean teeth. She's a dentist, so does surgery and shit. Yeah.
Well, isn't that what dentists do? Clean teeth?
No. Actually, there's a distinction. Dentists do oral surgery and shit, and then there's what is it called? Practitioners clean your teeth. Yeah.
Oh, so that's why all the dentist's office is often under one guy or one girl.
Yeah. He
is the dentist. Okay. Well, Britt Baker is the dentist, looking to be the winner in this match, on top of being a dentist. But either way, she's getting a handsome paycheck. And meanwhile, here's somebody, one of the younger talents here in the Overdrive, looking to make her impact, and of course, looking to seize upon any and all opportunities she has. Roxanne Perez, a former NXT champion, former entrant in the Royal Rumble, possibly a main roster call-up happening sometime soon, if it hasn't happened already, because, I'm slow sometimes.
No, she is still in NXT, I want to say, yeah. Yes. Not for much longer, but definitely there, currently. Right? She didn't get drafted, I don't think.
Nah, I know Indy got drafted. Yeah,
she's still
got drafted. Which I like that NXT is actually incorporated in the draft now. Put him back in Survivor Series, goddammit.
I want to say they are this year.
Thank Christ. Anyways. Here we go. Hot start. A spine buster by Io Sky. And the way she got up slowly, she thought very highly of that spine buster. Oh my goodness. And a tag move by Perez and Baker. And of course, Baker immediately trying to break up the pinfall, and does. And now Baker is showing that, hey, there's no such thing as team-ups and triple threats. What a slam by Io, but Io kicked in the back by Perez. All three women going after each other here. And another gruesome slam by Sky. Sky out to the hottest start of all three. And the referee, I don't think the referee knows where the hell he wants to go. And Roxanne taking down Io and delivering several rights. And I think Io might already be busted open. And Perez showboating. Of course, showboating gets you almost nowhere here in Overdrive. And Britt Baker able to land that dropkick through the referee who kept running in front of her like a parent running in front of the TV screen. A power bomb by Roxanne Perez. And Io Sky just kind of measuring up both of them. Oh my God, rolled through in a stomp by Sky. And this is what I'm saying. Io Sky is the hungriest out of all three of these, but she eats a snake eyes on the top turnbuckle. Wisely rolling out though. Britt now planting Roxanne, and Io thought about stealing the cover. A brief stare down.
Britt working over them both.
Yeah, Britt Baker taking on everybody. Io Sky taking on Britt Baker. Roxanne Perez taking on Io Sky.
Irish whip here. Arm drag, okay.
And a moonsault.
Roxanne.
I don't know what the hell you call that, but that looked nice.
I want to say it was a moonsault in elite, or at least a spinning senton. I don't know. It's some shit.
We'll call it some shit. And whoa, wait a minute, Roxanne getting the kendo stick, but I guess okay, no, picking it back up and absolutely whipping, eats a monstrous cross body by Baker, who gets Hurricane Rana by Sky. Who then goes and delivers a devastating suplex. And this is absolutely non-stop action here in this showcase match. Of course, you know, this being the first ever women's showcase. And happy to show off the talents of three very talented individuals. And I'm very happy to see chairs coming into the mix. Of course, I'm a mark for some of that hardcore shit. Here's the cover off the chair shot. Immediately broken up by Perez.
We gotta take a moment to just appreciate all three of these women and their fantastic work so far. You know, the Orange Brands women's division might not be the white brands, but this is the second best women's division in all of professional wrestling. And that is
the most underhanded compliment I have ever fucking gotten, but thank you. Meanwhile, Breaker throwing Io out of the ring. Ooh, and Britt with the chair. And now without the chair. Chairless in Seattle. Sunset Powerbomb out of the chair. Here's the cover. Oh, Io broke that up immediately. That would have been an amazing finish.
I like the chairless in Seattle bit. Io working on the legs of Jade, trying to eliminate that sunset.
Now Io, oh God, just working over that ankle.
Britt watching in the wings.
Well, Britt probably being appreciative, you know, being a bit of a submission specialist herself. Not sure what Roxanne was going for, but it ended up landing her in trouble. Oh, God, kick right to the chest. And Britt using her physicality to take on and take down everybody. Roxanne, though, a nice drop kick. Now trying to focus on Sky. And a wheelbarrow and do Hurricane Rana. Nice move by Perez. And plants her face onto the, not onto the chair, but the cover onto the chair. Ah. That chair giving Britt's shoulders just the extra height she needed to kick out. Don't ask me how that works. Now Roxanne rolling out the ring, and Io gonna gloat to Britt about it. And suplex, but not onto the chair. Oh, and Roxanne gonna grab that kendo stick again. Is she gonna do anything with it though? Onto the chair! What a slam by Io! But she can't go for the cover because Roxanne hits her. And now Roxanne trying to steal one. Here's the cover. Oh, a kick out by Sky.
Not enough for the pinfall there, but honestly, we're getting just a little bit closer every time. Powerball, folding her over.
Right into a pin. Good technique by Perez, but Sky was right there. And Perez, another sunset flip, but she's in the ropes. Or maybe
Doesn't
not.
matter
Here's
in
the
the
cover.
three-way.
Perez.
Roxanne
Sunset
Perez
flips
picking
the
up the
victory.
victory. And the youth movement has officially started over there on the Orange brand. Roxanne stating her case for a possible women's championship match.
And she just beat a current and former women's champion. And Roxanne Perez, of course, being a champion herself and standing triumphantly on that chair. You know, Roxanne has a lot, and I mean a lot, to be proud of after that match.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, are we going to say more, or are we just going to say absolutely?
No, absolutely. I was going to let you finish. But no, absolutely. Roxanne proving that age is not the end-all, be-all when it comes to losing to experience. Proving that she, as you know, Booker T student, has just as much fire in her as the rest of your women's division. And I can't wait to see what's next for her, honestly.
Roxanne Perez has momentum on the side, and I can definitely dig that. So anyways, on to our next match. So this match is interesting. In the OCW draft, the first 5-star match in OCW history was RK Bro versus the Young Bucks, if I'm not mistaken. In that match, Matt Riddle would tap out Nick Jackson in what I don't believe is controversial fashion upon seeing the replay, but some people tend to disagree. Now, of course,
I do indeed.
Riddle tapping out Jackson, even though Matt jumped in and attempted to make the save, seemingly breaking it up maybe as Nick was tapping. But however you swing it, the Bucks have not been on OCW programming since then. And with RK Bro coming off a tag title victory last week, the Bucks said they wanted RK Bro in some way, shape, or form. And so Matt Riddle agreed to take on the man that he feels he rightfully tapped out in Nick Jackson. And that match is coming to you right now.
Yeah. Do you think this is a moment for the Young Bucks to finally get one over on RK Bro?
Honestly, I think so, because obviously when you go one-on-one when you go into a match with Imperium, you never come out looking quite the same. Of course, Randy Orton not out here tonight. He's nursing a small injury, so he decided not to come out. But Riddle saying, "Don't worry, bro, I got this." And of course, because of that, Nick Jackson doing what he felt was the honorable thing, gonna come out here without his brother and tag partner tonight. So these two guys literally just gonna settle it in the ring. And you know something? I think it's gonna be a good night for the Bucks. So like I said, Riddle probably very worn down after that match last week, and so I think the Bucks are gonna get one over, as you say.
It's more along the lines of Matt Riddle can continue to show that he can make it without Randy. Obviously, in the alternate universe, he's kind of been struggling a bit, trying to find his way back.
Drug addiction's a hell of a thing. We hope he's good.
Yeah, for sure. Recently picked up a win with Drew McIntyre over the Viking Raiders, I want to say. But everybody beats the Viking Raiders at this point.
I hope they call that tag team High Society.
The other half of the Jacksons making his way to the ring.
And now, of course, the Bucks probably still bitter. Well, number one, they're probably bitter that they're using Rick Boogs. Sorry, Carry On Wayward Son was too expensive for the licensing. But besides the fact that they haven't been on OCW programming since the draft, the Young Bucks being one of the best tag teams in the world, I'm sorry, I'm stepping on all over my words. Also, those are some damn good looking Nikes. But the Bucks have to be pissed off because they haven't been on TV, and they feel that Nick Jackson probably feels like, hey, That shit was broken up. What the fuck? But of course, I don't think the replay said that. But the Bucks are pissed off. They haven't been in action. They want revenge. And Nick Jackson the chance to get that. But not looking the best right now. As a brain buster right on the sea. And Riddle, that stomp won them the tag titles. Of course, that going to the ass of Ray Fenix. And Riddle now, oh my god, need the face, German suplex. What a maneuver. You know, very GTS-like move into that German. Possibly Riddle playing some mind games with the Bucks' mortal enemy and CM Punk and trying to get Nick to tap out quickly here, but Nick says,
I feel like mortal enemy is a strong word, bud. Yeah, Nick fighting out of the submission maneuver. Matt Riddle also having a very strong MMA background. 4th or 5th WWE superstar in history to do that.
And of course, you know, Dana White once asked, you know, what other job could you be making, you know, 6 figures besides the UFC? And Matt Riddle found that in the WWE and probably taking out some of that old rage on Nick Jackson right now. Another kick to the face. Jackson getting absolutely beat down in this match. And
going for the bro mission.
And Riddle smartly blocking the ropes. This made Nick tap the first time.
Will this be a no?
And no, he breaks out of it and punches right to the face. Nick Jackson showing a little bit of that physicality.
Definitely has to in a situation like that for sure. Oh,
what a suplex!
I thought we were gonna see that suplex train. It's not.
And Nick Jackson catching heavy fire right now, tripping up Riddle. What a move! Chance to capitalize. He had a little bit of distance and he plants him on his face. And now knees to the back. And Jackson posing, possibly waiting for that super kick. No, instead a DDT from his knees. Matt Riddle's absolutely getting lit up here by Nick Jackson, formerly known as Generation Me. Oh, what a kip up by Riddle, but a super kick! A super kick falls into the cover.
Oh god!
Oh my goodness!
Kick out at 2.
Jackson almost.
Matt Riddle almost falling victim to like the most overused move in professional wrestling.
Yeah, it's still cool when the Bucks use it, though.
I'm more of an Uso guy personally, but yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. But Jackson, oh my god, what a dodge by Riddle. Jackson went whee! It went crashing
Only
down.
high risk and paying for it, you know. That's a problem for guys in the junior heavyweight division. Obviously, the Young Bucks moving up to the heavyweight division a couple years ago, but they never really left their roots. German, oh, that one had to hurt.
And Jackson went flying on that, and Matt Riddle, Riddle, no towels on the line, probably be okay with a count-out victory here. But Jackson getting back in the ring, so Riddle says, okay, we're going to do work. And of course, Nick Jackson now working over Matt Riddle. And honestly, with those Nikes on, this might just be more than a work. They could be shooting out there for all we know. Speaking of shooting, Jackson possibly looking to shoot his shot in the top rope. Says no. Oh, wait a minute. Now he's got Riddle in the middle of the ring. But Riddle reverses it out.
How poetic would it have been if Matt had nicked Jackson, brothers,
that would have been
and successfully gotten the submission.
Oh, that would have been poetry in motion right there, my friend. Oh, a knee to the face.
Oh, what a knee.
Jackson,
that was gotta hurt.
Down, not out. That's a pretty deadly knee from Riddle. Oh, wait, a punch in the dick, though. A little scoop slam.
Planning him.
The fans going crazy for that scoop slam. And Nick. And I don't know, maybe looking to do the 5-knuckle shuffle, but he eats a German instead.
Gotta stop taunting, guys. At least do
Listen,
it when
they're
you
the
know
best.
the guy's
These
down.
are some of the best and brightest in the wrestling business. Of course, they're going to gloat because they're the best. All right, and if
Yeah,
they
but they're
get
not
one over on
gloating
the best,
correctly.
Kip up in a spear. Is that gonna put him away? That spear out of nowhere. Sorry, partner. I know I cut you off, but that shit just came out of left field.
No, you gotta celebrate moments like that. What a beautiful spear by Nick Jackson here. But no, like I'm saying, there are moments to taunt and gloat. I get it. Trust me, as the glory is ran, I'm all for it, but do it the right way. Riddle absolutely throwing Nick yet again. Don't
Wait a
know.
minute.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
Bro
Oh,
Derek?
bro, Derek. Oh, but Riddle not thinking that's going to be enough.
Oh, absolutely working over Nick here.
Oh, clubbing him in the face. Oh, and I think he's busted open under that bandana. That white gear's about to come red here in a minute. Oh, Nick, though, ducks the kick.
Counter.
Ducks the kick. Super kick.
Super kick. But he's in the ropes.
Both men are down. Both men are down. Fans chanting one more
Make
time.
the cover while he can.
Oh, and now he makes the cover. Oh, grabbing the ropes.
Grabbing the rope. Ring awareness is key.
That's the second super kick. One more, and it might just very well be a party. And Nick Jackson continuing to bear down on Matt Riddle. I'll tell you, this has been a very tough, very gritty. Nick Jackson, the third super kick. Call it a party.
Will that be it? No, he's going for another one.
Super kick! No, it got blocked. It got blocked.
Pele to the back.
Oh,
Riddle. Oh no. Here come the elbows, and yep.
The bro mission. The bro mission
is locked in.
Can Nick extend the leg? No, he's going to tap.
Nick Jackson once again falling.
And what an
to Matt
ending.
Riddle.
What an ending to that
and
match.
I feel like this officially silences all the doubters. The Jacksons do tap to the bro mission.
And now Matt Riddle and Randy Orton both with singles victory to their names on top of a successful tag title defense. Do the Bucks continue to hunt and look for retribution, or do they? I can't say words. Or do they step down and let somebody else step up? I mean, we will see. My camera's down, but we're gonna go back here anyway. Oh, God damn it.
Well, honestly, at this point, Imperium has failed. The Young Bucks have technically failed. I think it's time for some new blood in the Orange Brand's tag division. I don't know. Well, no, you can't do the Hardys because Jeff's on my brand. Can't do KO Sammy because KO's on my brand.
Yeah, we kind of fucked each other and didn't give each other a reach around on that one.
You could do Brawling Brutes maybe. I mean, Sheamus is obviously a guy who's looking to pick up momentum in this Fatal 4-Way coming up. Who else is in your tag division?
Well, another person in that Fatal 4-Way, one half of the Street Profits in Montez.
Right.
But of course, any of these four men could possibly get together at some point. We're certainly not against odd pairings here in Pride as well. But as of right now, all four of these men complete enemies, each of them with varying amounts of experience here on the Orange Brand, and each of them in their own right looking to make waves. Of course, Montez Ford, was last seen on the first episode of Pride, that absolute marathon match that the Street Profits had with the Lucha Brothers. And
that's the tag team I was thinking of. I mean, yeah, you could do the Lucha Bros and run it back. That'd be cool.
But Tez though, Tez probably looking, a victory for him would be more than just a good singles victory, but would also possibly help, push his own, push him and his tag partner in the right direction.
Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins going through a Battle Pass reskin, obviously, in the alternate universe, aligning themselves with Bobby Lashley for basically what is Hurt Business 2.0. I wish them well in their endeavors with that. So yeah, hopefully Montez can pick up a victory here tonight. Not only trying to push himself into the U.S. or Galactic Championship, division talks, but maybe start to pull up that momentum for the Street Profits when it comes to those Private Tag Team Championships. And from the looks of it right now, RK Bro has them in chokehold.
Yeah, and you mentioned, possible singles momentum for Montez. People have been saying for years that Montez Ford should be a single star. Of course, he probably is one of the best performers in WWE right now. And of course, in Overdrive, so a win tonight, could be huge. Could be a step in a brand new direction. But now here comes LA Knight, who's had one match in Overdrive so far. Of course, him being one of the first surprise, debuts following Wrestle Mayhem, debuting against Malachi Black, and LA Knight probably having to feel shafted that he wasn't included in the House Open after having that match with Malachi Black. And of course, him with all the momentum in the world in the alternate universe, he's looking to get all that momentum here in Overdrive. Of course, the megastar still as popular down here as he ever has been. And of course, it's him, Tez, and let's see who's gonna come out next. If I'm not mistaken, hey, camera. What do we pay you minimum wage for? Thank you, Hangman Adam Page. I mean, he's gotta be. I mean, he was probably sick after how he was manhandled by Moose back at the OCW draft. Hangman making his first appearance since the draft. And, the anxious millennial cowboy probably has more to prove in this match than anybody, if you ask me. And of course, I hate that we couldn't get his music, but hey, you have to make budgetary cuts when you can. And the fans not seemingly giving the former AEW champion any credit here. The response being absolutely apoplectic. I think fans are looking more so at the pyro. It's still going up on stage. Can you fuckers put that shit out? If you light my hair on fire, one of you is getting fired. Anyways, Hangman Page climbs into the ring. He's got a hell of a mountain to climb tonight. But a win tonight would be an excellent start in moving forward. And of course, we are here live at the OCW Theater. We want to thank all of you for being here tonight, for this momentous occasion. And here's another man who we haven't seen since the first edition of Overdrive Pride, the Celtic Warrior and the Workout King, good old Sheamus.
Yeah, glad to see Sheamus back. Just you had to take a second away to answer my phone from my DoorDash. Booker T out here doing it. So I'm ordering DoorDash to the good old Trojan Center here. But all good stuff.
So what'd you get?
I didn't actually get DoorDash. I was it was my dad. But, I was in universe. I was answering my DoorDash because Booker T does it to the Performance Center, so I'm doing it to the Trojan Center.
All you had to say was you got pizza. Commit to the bit if you're going to create the bit.
I did.
No, you didn't. You gave up. You gave up on the bit after one sentence.
I didn't expect you to ask what I got, since you're sitting next to me.
Well, you're a PNG. I can't see. I didn't even know you had a stomach. You're just kind of floating here.
Of course I have a stomach.
Anyways, getting into this match. What a suit.
Well, no. Are you what's the word? Are you prejudiced against PNGs? You don't think we can eat?
No. No, I'm not. I love
Breaking
PNG.
news, like
I've been a PNG myself, good sir. And you're right here at this commentary desk because I like you and I like PNGs. I hate you right now, but besides that, I like you. Montez Ford with a tornado DDT off the top rope. Oh my
Sheamus
god.
doing Sheamus things, hitting anything that moves. Irish whip.
A showcase of true colors here on commentary as we get into this prideful fatal 4-way showcase match. Sheamus making a beeline for the megastar, probably a bone to pick after that battle royal. Alternate universe, and Montez goes flying, but absolutely whiffs on that forearm. And Sheamus absolutely clubbing Hangman Page. Now, saying earlier, Hangman Page, has got to be one of the sickest men in America right now. He got absolutely bodied by Moose at the draft, has not been seen since. This is his first real opportunity, here in over. Well, not first ever. First opportunity since that last opportunity, which he so epically threw away. The Sheamus goes in the barricade. I think Hangman Page gets a well-deserved momentum boost with a victory tonight.
No, I definitely don't disagree.
Well, I say well-deserved. He has to actually earn it first.
Yeah, I think that boost. Obviously, all these guys could use a boost. Seeing as Gunther looks absolutely unstoppable as Galactic Champion, and John Moxley's been on an absolute tear. Obviously, he's got that Iron Man match later tonight with Will Ospreay. My opinion, the guy who needs this match the most isn't even necessarily Hangman. I think it's Sheamus. I feel like Sheamus really hasn't gotten a bunch of momentum here in OCW, and he definitely hasn't gotten consistent momentum, obviously, in the alternate universe. So I feel like a guy who's a former world champion, a guy who won a WrestleMania match in 18 seconds, kind of has to prove that he's a top guy again, almost, which is unfortunate.
And of course, the last time we did see Sheamus, he lost to Darby Allin, who is currently 1-0, in the House Open for the United States Championship, and that has to hurt if you're Sheamus. Someone who couldn't even get to the inaugural United States match, and the person who beat you getting another crack at it.
Yeah, why Sheamus isn't in the House Open, I don't know. Maybe Malachi's afraid of him. Very curious. But yeah, I think it's unfortunate. Honestly, all these guys, as far as I'm concerned, could have and should be in the House Open. But right now we have this prideful showcase, and I'm very curious to see who wins and what that does for their momentum. As LA Knight absolutely plants Montez before getting worked over by Sheamus.
Oh God! Then I think his neck is bent a different way. I think LA Knight has scoliosis after that. Don't ask me how it works, but on LA Knight saying nuh-uh, taking that kendo stick at Sheamus, got a 1 count, and Sheamus probably looking for the brogue. And Hangman dumping Knight, and Tez dumping
Knight
Sheamus.
Definitely taking some shots here in this match so far.
And we got 2 different matches of physicality going on. Oh, so many weapons. Oh, but neither of them being used right now. Oh, wait a minute, Sheamus, though. LA Knight cracking Hangman. Sheamus squeezing the life out of Montez.
King up as he should. Definitely an opportunity for the match to end right there. Irish whip to corner by Sheamus.
And Sheamus
and then he leaves the ring. Okay. Hangman trying to take advantage.
And Sheamus getting steel steps. Oh, Montez just got knocked in the face.
Knight looking for that blunt force trauma, maybe. No.
But he's not going to hit it.
Hangman countering.
Hangman delivering chops. And I think Tez just took a huge hit on the barricade out here. LA Knight goes for the cover.
Sheamus.
Wait, Sheamus looking for white noise. Oh, the whitest of noise.
Hitting it. Cover. LA Knight is down. Montez is out of the ring.
Well, now
breaking it up just in time.
At speed of Montez Ford, and LA Knight seeming wanting some of Montez too. Montez breaking out of Sheamus, but immediately runs into a problem with DDT. That's onto the chair. LA Knight.
Yeah. LA Knight doing the chant thing. Had to say the yeah. Uh,
And
oh,
this time, actually taunting and doing something right. Cracking Tez on the
that's
back.
the difference. Oh, but eyes are not on the swivel.
An Irish backbreaker. And a brogue!
Oh, bro kick.
Broken up immediately,
But again,
though.
Montez scores right there. People are not using their peripheral vision in this match. Sheamus going for another bro kick, apparently.
And of course,
Now,
oh, and what a scoop slam. But fatal four-ways here on Pride are some of the most absolutely chaotic things. You can hit a finisher, but oftentimes there's somebody staring right above you.
with the kendo stick.
And we saw that
proving your point.
We saw it when Gunther qualified for the Galactic Championship match at Mayhem, despite Kenny Omega. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, the Deadeye! Here's the cover. One, two. Oh.
Sheamus kicking out at a strong 2.5 there. Montez barely making it into the ring. They attempt to break up. Scoop slam.
And Sheamus just now getting up from that blow. And Hangman's already on top of him. LA Knight plants Tez. Sheamus rolls onto the chair. And Sheamus is going to roll out.
Hangman scouting.
And it looked like Hangman was trying to steal the pin. LA Knight didn't notice. What a clothesline by Knight. Oh, what a
clothesline here. Hangman has
cover.
steps.
1, 2. And Tez.
Montez kicking out 2.45 right there.
And that was all
Montez looking
right
for blunt force trauma.
BFT. And he gets it. Middle of the ring.
But can he take advantage? 1, 2. Sheamus breaking it up just in time, it appears, ladies and gentlemen. Bro kick out of absolutely nowhere. It's fight night, ladies and gentlemen. The referee's a bit too slow. No! 3. Hangman goes to break it up, but Montez's body gets in a way. Ladies and gentlemen, it's fight night on the Orange brand, and Sheamus successfully wins the night.
And Sheamus taking advantage of that BFT by LA Knight that got Montez out the way, hitting his own bro kick in a much needed win for the Celtic Warrior. What a match! And up, and I'm still invisible.
What a match, fella. I definitely expect you to continue to climb up the ranks. Welcome back to being visible, sir. Hopefully, this aligns Sheamus with a future opportunity against Gunther, because obviously we know how hard-hitting that match can be. Definitely looking forward to what is my opinion is going to be match of the night. We've got Will Ospreay in a rematch with Jon Moxley in a... go ahead and let the people know what type of match this is, Stanley.
Ladies and gentlemen, well, I didn't want to do 2 out of 3 falls because that's kind of your thing, and I try to be a bit more original if I can. So I thought instead, hey, let's give these guys about 15 minutes to beat the hell out of each other. Whoever has the most pinfalls wins. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an Iron Man match.
So you're ripping off my women's division instead of my men's division. Got it.
No, fuck off. Fuck off. 2 out of 3 falls was right there, and I said no. Okay. You're going to give me this. You're going to give me this, you PNG
like Becky Lynch.
Shit.
Like Becky Lynch hasn't absolutely been killing it with 15 minutes of utter domination. But, I get it.
Let me have this.
You
never let me have anything. The only thing you ever let me have was Ryan's mom.
Well, first of all, Ryan, I don't know what he's talking about. So that's between you.
He can't hear us up here. You know that.
But yeah, no. So I'll let you have this one. But I'm gonna put that in my back pocket.
Anyways, here's
Ospreay absolutely looking pumped. Last time he was in the room with Moxley, didn't go too well.
Yeah, but Ospreay taking Moxley to a certain limit. Of course, Moxley looking for that 4th win, but Ospreay looking for his first win here in Overdrive. He is winless in his 3 previous matches, and Moxley, of course, Moxley has not lost, not since getting the Internet Championship, and never since. But the fact that we're even having this rematch just shows that Ospreay Ospreay is just different from who Moxley's faced so far. We had to give Ospreay a second chance, and Moxley's might have to fight for his very life in this matchup.
I definitely think with 15 minutes and guaranteed, no matter what happens after that first pinfall, Ospreay has a shot, and I think that makes him very dangerous.
Why do you say no matter what after the first pinfall?
Well, because obviously the last time these two faced off, one pinfall decided it. So, regardless of who gets that first fall, they've still got however much time is left. And I think that's going to make the difference here. Obviously, they went about 10 minutes last time. So, with an extra 5 minutes and a guarantee that no matter what happens, one pinfall isn't going to do it, I think I kind of have to give advantage to Ospreay just because from his sheer determination and durability. Obviously, Jon Moxley's no, paperweight, but Will Ospreay, as we've seen in his matches with Kenny Omega and Okada, can take a lot of damage and dish out just as much. Not saying that Mox can't, but I think there's just such a chip on Will's shoulder that'll give him the edge here tonight.
The fans actually willing Ospreay on in this match. Honestly, I think the fans seem to like both these guys. Of course, Moxley standing there stoically. He hasn't let anybody get to him.
So, for a screwdriver, or a blade, or a barbed wire baseball bat, or a table, or a pizza cutter, or glass.
Well, listen.
Or thumbtacks.
He has his toys and he likes to play with them, alright?
Fair enough.
But anyways, no toys in this match, though. This is just going to be you can bring out the toys. The problem is, if you use them, you get in trouble. I.e., your opponent gets a pinfall.
If I use a chair, and I beat the shit out of you with it, and then you get a fall, but then I pin you and get a fall, and I hit you with my finisher and get another fall.
You can do that. We've seen that before. And it's funny.
Alberto Del Rio won the United States Championship like that,
That's amazing. I actually didn't
know. And
oh my god, what a neck breaker!
Oh man.
And Moxley going for a fast fall. Oh, Ospreay picks out a 1. This is a fucking New Japan match, dude.
Yeah, him and Samurai Del Sol, a.k.a. Kalisto, had a 2 out of 3 falls match, and Alberto just beat the shit out of him with a chair. And then I want to say he won 2 straight after that. But yeah, it's definitely a method.
Of course, will either men resort to that method, or will they keep it sacred on the mat on a DDT by Ospreay? And Will Ospreay off to a hot start. He goes wee and hits Moxley.
We're not even 2 full minutes in yet, and Will Ospreay is already fleeting himself across the ring.
Oh, but face first to the hardest barricade. Jon Moxley knows the weapons he can legally use, and that barricade's a bona fide weapon. Oh. Another neck breaker.
Count of 4. Will we see a count out be the first fall in this match? Wouldn't be the first time.
Oh my god. Pumping out neck breakers like it's Randy Orton against the entire roster. Another one.
Third cutter to the outside here. Will Ospreay gotta be feeling that one, seeing as he also uses the move. Is bring the springboard version. Mox making his way back to the ring. Count of 7. Ospreay still kind of out of it. Count of 8. Ospreay. Referee's discretion, obviously. Ospreay still dazed. Count of 9. Will Ospreay make it? Yes, he does.
No falls. He trips out Moxley in the process, who wasn't looking. Moxley thought he had that. What a head scissors.
And 2. Oh, all right.
And another head scissors. And what's Ospreay thinking? Oh, whatever he was thinking, Moxley said, "Go fuck yourself hard."
Pause. Moxley.
And then he said, "Fuck your mother while I'm at it." Tombstone pile driver. But he flung Ospreay right into the ropes. Oh, Ospreay's back up. That's all you know. This is the New Japan style match. Ospreay. Ospreay. Yeah, there we go.
Oh. Kick.
Looking for another kick.
Ospreay again.
Wait, slides
Dropping down.
Hurricane.
Another head scissors.
Here's the cover. Oh,
One.
kick out at 1. Both Finn's
Not
pinfalls in this
enough.
match had just been at 1. Oh, wait, paradigm shift. Out of nowhere. Here's the cover for the first pinfall. Oh,
Kick out
Ospreay.
at 2.
Refusing to give Moxley even an inch.
11:35 left, ladies and gentlemen, and still no fall, but I definitely think we can see one very soon. Mox top rope.
And Mox top
Elbow
rope,
drop.
elbow. You know, there is a magic in the air with this match. I can already feel it. I mean, Will Ospreay's a walking Tokyo Dome, all right? You know, I feel like Diesel Dave is gonna heavily favor this match. But even outside of star ratings, there is just a certain air to this match. And oh, Moxley, tope suicida. We don't see that often. Moxley flying through the ropes. Ospreay, though, what a DDT!
Count of 2 by the ref right now. Ospreay throwing Mox back in the ring. We are now at 10 minutes 45.
What a head scissors. And Moxley rolling out. And now back in. Oh, Moxley, whoa! Grabs him and hits a DDT.
Of his own.
But a kip up! And Ospreay flying nothing. Moxley plants him.
Looking for another paradigm shift here, ladies and gentlemen.
Paradigm shift number 2. Oh no, there's a brainbuster instead. Here's the cover. 1, 2.
2.
First pinfall.
3. Moxley hitting the elevated paradigm shift, you know, a little bit different from the old school Dirty Deeds. Being able to pick up that pinfall, you know, that extra height, and then dropping your head just enough to get Ospreay to be down for 3 seconds.
And
Moxley taking a moment.
And we just got past the 5-minute mark. Just under 10 minutes remain. Ospreay, though, looking to turn it around.
Oh, airplane spin into the head scissors takedown. Ospreay looking for an opportunity.
Oh, looking for... Oh, he wanted that cutter, but got countered. And Moxley
again, top rope, looking for another Macho Man-esque elbow drop. No, leg drop.
He dropped the leg,
gotta hurt.
He dropped the leg.
Full weight's gotta be there for sure.
And looking for another tombstone. Oh,
another power driver, absolutely.
Or not
that one's gotta hurt.
Same concept.
I mean, they're all dropping the guy on his neck.
It hurt. It hurt.
1,
second pinfall.
2,
Ospreay's
3.
down 2-0.
This is looking very similar to Becky Lynch. Ospreay.
But can Ospreay complete the comeback?
I thought he was going for the Oz cutter, but no. Springboard, head scissors. Into a standing sliced bread.
Ooh, here's the cover. Could this enough? No.
No.
Maybe
not enough.
If the ref gets down a second earlier, I think Ospreay has that. And
Ospreay top rope.
What's on his mind? Oh, a splash! What a hit!
Splash.
Picture perfect middle of the ring. Oh, that.
Still not enough. I know Ospreay's got to be frustrated with that one, ladies and gentlemen. As we are now 8 minutes left with this match.
And Moxley absolutely on fire. And flailing his arms into a running bulldog. And Moxley like a man possessed. Whoa, wait a minute. Whoa, I think that was fucking with the head of Ospreay. That's a call up to Kenny Omega from Jon Moxley. Moxley and Omega with plenty of history. Oh my God, just flying into Ospreay. Ospreay's in a bad way.
I'm kind of disappointed in Will here. What a DDT here. This is very uncharacteristic of Will Ospreay, you know.
And 3-0.
3-0 now.
Ospreay kips up. Sunset powerbomb. But he doesn't go for any cover.
I think he's just too flustered right now. I mean, he's still got about 7 minutes left to get 4 pinfalls at this point. He's got to pick up the pace here.
And Ospreay dropping the leg. And we're just
choking out Moxley with the. This is not the time to taunt, Will.
It is not the time or place. Oak's words echo. There's a time and place for everything. Not fucking here. A DDT. Though. And Ospreay pointing back. I think Ospreay's pissed about that send up to Omega. And Ospreay's got to stop with the fucking head scissors. He needs to hit that Oscutter. He needs to get a pinfall, and he needs that now because he's already in a bad way, down 3-0.
I just don't know what to say at this point, honestly. Will Ospreay not only letting himself down, but I feel like letting the fans down.
Another paradigm shift. That could be it for Ospreay. 4-0. 1, 2, 3.
Very, very similar to Becky Lynch here. Obviously, Jon Moxley, very intimate with her husband, Seth Rollins. So maybe he's just taking inspiration from a fellow former coworker. I don't know what to say here, ladies and gentlemen.
Ospreay fighting hard, but Moxley just getting all the opportunities in the world. Another paradigm shift.
That's
brutal. This is Jon
disgusting.
Moxley making a statement.
Honestly, as far as I'm concerned, you should just reward Moxley with a win for every pinfall at this point, because this is disgusting. As far as I'm concerned, Jon Moxley is now 8-0 as Internet Champion, because this is ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen.
But he still has 5 more minutes with Ospreay. Another point, another send up to Omega. Jon Moxley just has 5 more minutes to have his way with the leader of the United Empire. But whoa, Ospreay! Okay, he's back up. I mean, he has impossible ground he has to make up.
Yeah,
but
the Commonwealth King is down 5-0 here, ladies and gentlemen. We've got to see like an Oscutter or Storm's hidden something. Like Hidden Blade, Stormbreaker, Oscutter. Hell, I haven't seen the corkscrew shooting star press from him since like 2016, but he has to do something.
A face buster, but Ospreay not going for the cover. And maybe he's looking for a move that could put Mox down. What a sling blade. Roll through. Drop kick.
Drop kick.
And the kid doesn't go for the cover. He's taking too many hits.
Standing slice bread.
Slice
cover.
Bread, and the referee took forever. Oh my God.
If I'm Will Ospreay, I'm hitting the ref with a super kick at this point. Because Jesus Christ, man. Hurricane Rana this time.
And Ospreay,
another standing slice bread.
Just trying desperately to get any kind of momentum in this match. And finally a
picking
pinfall.
up a pinfall. But he's got to... Oh, springboard drop kick. That looked brutal. He's got to go for another cover very soon here. Ospreay marking Moxley. No.
Oh,
Mox
what a
counter.
counter.
What a power bomb.
And 3 minutes left, and Ospreay's got 4 pinfalls. Just, I mean, that's like a pinfall and a half a minute. I don't even think that's possible.
Realistically, he needs one every 25 seconds at this point. And I just don't think Mox again with the Suicida. I don't think we have the time.
I think Moxley just sealed it with that one. What a dominant performance by Moxley. If he could just pin him on the outside, he could. Ooh, Falls Count Anywhere Iron Man match. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Moxley working over the aerial assassin here. Again, Ospreay, ladies and gentlemen, we're down to 2 minutes and 10 seconds. If Will has any hopes left, then he's got to do something and pick up 4 falls, basically,
And
2 apiece in the next few minutes.
And Moxley just seals it without any shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, no, 100% sealing it now. 6-1. We've got to stop this match for Will's health at this point. Another pile driver.
And Ospreay just trying to end the match, but just something to hang his head on. But I think he's only going to be able to hang his head in shame after this. As Moxley
looking for another one.
Oh, paradigm shift elevated. Yep. The second one. 1, 2,
3. 7-1, ladies and gentlemen. And with that, Jon Moxley officially takes another paradigm shift. The record for most falls in an Iron Man match.
And he makes that 8.
With 8. In all of Overdrive history, Becky Lynch having 6 in one match.
I think
with that being,
I think Moxley just passed Cedric's pinfall record.
No, because realistically, I want to say Becky has it with 11 in Iron Man matches alone. But yeah, no, it's definitely up there now. Obviously, we'll have to have our record keepers take a look for sure. But Moxley with 8 falls officially takes the single match record for Iron Man matches. Becky Lynch currently still holding on to the record for total cumulative, I should say,
Ospreay
with
just
11
for some kind of sign.
Ospreay picking up his 2nd fall, but honestly, ladies and gentlemen, it's about 8 minutes too late.
I mean, he's just trying to improve his
5,
stock in any way that
4,
he can.
3, 2, 1, ladies and gentlemen, and the match ends with both men standing tall, but the record will show Jon Moxley 8, Will Ospreay 2.
And not an Os Cutter was hit in that match. And Jon Moxley
no Os Cutter.
17 paradigm shifts. The paradigm
no hidden blade.
Shifted.
No Stormbreaker. Absolutely. This has got to be one of. I don't know. Even in Becky's 2 matches where she definitely took the lead, her opponents definitely gave a lot more fight, in my opinion, than Ospreay did, and I think that's just unfortunate.
And Will Ospreay still searching for that first win here in OCW, but Moxley making just more of a statement than you could ever hope for. And speaking of statements, I'm about to make a huge statement, a huge announcement. While Moxley may have just put himself already in the world title picture with how dominant that victory was, ladies and gentlemen, next week, for the first time, our Galactic Champion Gunther will put his belt on the line. And it will be against the one, the only, the visionary, Seth Rollins, who's coming off of victories over Kenny Omega and Moose. And that's going to be a hard-hitting affair. That will be our main event next week. But you have to think Moxley's watching in the shadows for that one.
No, absolutely. Congratulations to the visionary Seth Rollins on solidifying his spot at the top of the card. Very excited for that match next week. Hopefully, my main event next week, the World Tag Team Championship cage match will lead the way.
It's a cage match now.
Yeah, it's a cage match now.
Well, that's what I love about being general manager. You just make shit up on the fly.
Yeah, no, sure. I came in this. I was booking next week's card while that absolute disgrace of an Iron Man match was going on.
Disgrace.
And I realized
5 stars. That would have been 7 in the Tokyo Dome. Fuck you.
I would have been 3 in the Tokyo Dome because Will Ospreay didn't do shit. But
Ospreay's a walking Tokyo Dome.
But yeah, no, I was booking it during the disgrace that was in my opinion, worst Iron match in Overdrive history. Yeah, the worst Iron match in Overdrive history.
Shut up.
And I realized that FTR and Judgment Day have kind of been winning matches that kind of seem not that great on paper.
You're just biased that New Day didn't win.
No, I'm not. Honestly, New Day not winning is fine. It happens. But I don't like the way Judgment Day became champions. Them defending those titles also wasn't the greatest match. So I feel like what, there will be no countouts. There will be no like tic tac moment bullshit. No, 100%. We're gonna have a steel cage match, and it's gonna be bloody and hard hitting, and we're gonna show that we're a tag division that deserves to be here because righteously it's not looking as good as the prideful tag division, and I hate that. So we're gonna prove next week that we not only do we have the A women's division, but we have the A tag division. Because we know we have the A mid card. The International Championship is the workhorse title. But that's not here nor there. We're taking away from a monumentous opportunity for Serena Deeb, and I, for one, as a big fan of hers, want to give her credit. She won that three-way dance. She's earned this opportunity, and I think Serena Deeb walks out tonight prideful women's champion.
Well, and don't forget, she tapped out Raquel Rodriguez in that match. That is absolutely no small feat. And honestly,
I definitely watched Serena Deeb top out Raquel Rodriguez. But anyway.
But as I was saying, I do agree. I think Serena wins the night. Like, much as I love Bayley and as much as I want her to be a great champion, I think Serena's gonna pull off the victory here. And what I think we could consider an upset of sorts.
Obviously, I love Bayley. Huge fan. She is the role model. She's earned everything she's gotten here in Overdrive. But I think Serena Deeb right now just has momentum. She has the experience. She's a veteran of the industry, just like Bayley. She also has the technical know-how. And I think Bayley, if you look at her history of championship wins and losses, when a superstar is a bit more technical, when a superstar has that submission maneuver, Bayley suffers for it. You can look at her rivalry with Sasha. You can look at her rivalry with Charlotte and Asuka. This is it. This is the moment. This is the opportunity for Serena Deeb to show that she is the woman on the Orange brand.
But will she take advantage? She goes up against the first ever winner in Overdrive history. Bayley, of course, winning the first ever OCW sanctioned match, and of course becoming the first prideful women's champion as that belt sits amazingly around her fair waist. And of course, this being her first title defense since winning that championship at Wrestle Mayhem. And she struts to the ring. She doesn't let nobody in the crowd get to her. She walks with confidence. She walks like she's a woman on a mission. And her mission tonight is walking out still your prideful women's champion.
Has a great opportunity. Obviously, leader of Damage Control. Currently a fractured faction. Dakota Kai over on the white brand. Io competing earlier tonight here on the orange brand. But Bayley, whether she's in a tag team, a faction, or solo, is indeed still your role model. She's my role model. She's everybody's role model. And you can't count her out. As much as I am backing Serena tonight, I would not be shocked if Bayley could hit that rose plant or go old school and hit the Bayley to belly and walk out still women's champion.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is our main event here at the OCW Theater. Will the leader of Damage Control walk out victorious, or is Serena going to make the role model tap out? Only time will tell. And as we always say, the time will tell from bell to bell.
The first time I've ever heard you say that.
I mean, I've said variations of it.
Fair enough.
And Bayley, taking one last glance at that championship. Could this be the last time she holds it? And could that be, well, I screwed up my analogy. Anyways, we're about to get underway.
Well, the bell tolls tonight will decide. The opening bell starts this match, but the closing bell will shine on our eventual reigning or new women's champion as Serena Deeb opens what appears to be the three amigos.
Well, she got
No,
the
only
first
two.
amigo.
Two amigos. She goes for the standard suplex, and then she goes for that sideways back, belly to back.
I mean, that was more of like a side amigo. So like 1.5 amigos, let's say. But anyway, Deeb Serena Deeb taking control early on from the leader of Damage Control, and what that Ray's running fast. Holy shit! It's a forearm right to the face of Bayley, and the women's champion, wanting to turn things around. What a roll through by Deeb, and Deeb
absolutely working over Bayley.
Deeb already doing damage to the legs. Of course, you know, using a leg-based submission to tap out Raquel last week, and a dragon screw, and Bayley goes flying. And Bayley hasn't been able to get a word in edgewise as Serena Deeb doing everything she can to capitalize on the opportunity. What a takedown on that right leg. And Deeb rolling out, immediately going after Bayley, who tried to roll out for her own safety. Oh, God, knee to the neck. Oh, Deeb.
Oh, working over Bayley again. Not looking great for the Prideful Women's Champ currently.
And Deeb gloating about it, and she actually has a little bit of time to do so. But even then, you gotta lay on the attack. You cannot let someone like Bayley have an inch, because Bayley, she is the champion, but she is scheming, she is conniving, and if she can find a loophole and find a way to win, she's going to find that way. If that means hitting you in the face with the chair to cause a DQ, she will do that. If that means you keep the championship, but whoa, Bayley's got something locked in here. Serena immediately saying nuts to that, rolling out of it. And now taking Bayley out with the leg.
Again, working a chop block basically to the leg here. She's working on that leg, trying to get her ready for the Serenity lock, that high angle calf hold. Bayley's got to be on the lookout for that. But again, Serena is not just a submission specialist. She also has the detox, you know, that elevated double underhook. And Bayley could lose by pin or submission here. Definitely not looking like the usual Bayley here tonight. And I don't know if that's nerves or just Serena being that much better tonight.
And well, wait a minute. Oh, and Serena was looking for it. Bayley, though, counts with the Alabama Slammer. And could this be the champion's time to regain momentum? Into the corner goes Deeb. Bayley cruising up slowly.
All right, putting her up top. Maybe looking for that super play.
Whoa!
No! Avalanche Bayley to belly.
Is that going to be it? Is that going to be it? The super Bayley to belly. Oh, an elbow drop.
Followed by the elbow drop. Now Bayley returning in favor. Working on that leg.
Now Bayley's got something to say to Deeb. Of course, Deeb talking all that good shit earlier. And now Bayley making her statement. Elbow drop. Right
elbow
to the
drop
back.
to the small of the back. That one's gotta hurt.
Deeb rolling out the ring, but Bayley, you know, jumped out before, was waiting for her, and Serena Deeb. Oh, okay. I was about to start singing a song, but okay. They threw her back into the ring.
Holiday.
And Bayley seemingly bumped into the ref there. It looked like she might have been going to the corner. But even still, she picks up Deeb. Got that arm trapped in the rope. Of course, Bayley maybe looking for some submission shit of her own. But Deeb now throws Bayley into the ropes.
Oh, what a neck breaker. Or bare minimum, making sure that Serena's arm is hurt enough where she can't lock in the Serenity lock. Rose plant out of nowhere. Will this be enough? One, two.
Oh!
No, it's not. Serena Deeb kicking out at 2.5.
And Deeb's already back up. Serena Deeb showing just how much tonight means. A lateral press. Bayley goes crashing down. And Deeb, oh, she got locked in. She got locked in.
Looking for the Serenity Lock.
This
Will
is
this
what
be enough?
ended Raquel last week. Bailey, though, she has just a little bit to go to the ropes. Oh, and she's going to power out of it instead.
And the professor failing to capitalize on making a role model tap. Ladies and gentlemen, we are still in it. The back and forth elbow to the face of Deeb.
And of course, Bailey and Deeb, meeting of the minds, but also meeting of the mouths. Both of them known to talk at least a fair bit of smack. Bailey especially, she has a particular hatred for certain commentators. Bailey now measuring up
Looking
Deeb.
for that rose point again.
Eyeing her down.
Oh no. Yes.
And hits
Rose
it.
plant.
That's
on
the
O.
one.
Cover.
1, 2.
Two.
Oh, she kicked out again.
She just cannot keep Deeb down, ladies and gentlemen. The woman of 1,000 hoes refusing to give up this opportunity as she gets absolutely planted by Bailey here. To the corner.
The OCW
Bailey
universe,
misses.
much like myself, in pure, utter, just shock right now. Kicking out of a second rose plant. Deeb wants this more than anyone. And
absolutely working over Bailey's leg.
Doing something there in the corner. That's a very, very strange angle. But the fact that matters is that, oh, wait a minute.
The countering.
Oh, this could be Bailey's time. Bailey with the Bailey to belly. Here's the cover. 1, 2, 3.
What an absolutely phenomenal showing by the woman of 1,000 holes. But Bailey turning back the clock and returning to the hugger, successfully winning the match with a Bailey to belly.
And old school tactics working out for Bailey in the end. Valiant effort by Deeb, but Bailey walks out still prideful women's champion.
What a match, ladies and gentlemen. I'm getting reports now. Uncle Dave is rating it 3.5 stars. Stanley, how are you feeling knowing that this was your main event?
I mean, honestly, great match. I really thought Deeb had a little bit more fight in her. Maybe she gets a rematch down the line. We shall see. But right now, the future continuing to look bright for the role model Bailey, as she successfully defends the Prideful Women's Championship and remains unbeaten here in Overdrive.
But I will have to admit, it took a lot of damage for Serena Deeb to be pinned here. It took 2 rose plants, a Bailey to belly, consistent damage throughout the match. And again, she worked over the leg quite a bit. I think if she had gotten the Serenity Lock in one more time, that might have been it. But Bailey proving why she is the role model, ladies and gentlemen. And fighting off all comers so far.
But overall, that was an extremely hard-hitting and very entertaining night of action. Here in OCW Pride, I'm very proud of my brand tonight. All matches were good. Not a stinker on the board, not like last week. And quite honestly, I think tonight was another great night for the Orange brand. But I don't know. Part of me feels like just a little bit we're chasing the white brand in some areas. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But Pride,
I don't know, man.
I think Pride just needs that little extra oomph. Maybe we'll find it next week. Maybe we'll wait until the pay-per-view to find it. But I'm very much looking forward to going head-to-head with you once again next week, partner.
I'm very proud of the white brand this week. The orange brand definitely put out a fight, but I think the white brand was able to just once again squeak out just enough to show that we are the superior brand this week. But I have no doubt in my mind that the orange brand is just going to keep getting better, keep giving us competition, and eventually maybe even overtake the white brand. As far as I'm concerned, the Wednesday Night Wars are the best program in all of professional wrestling. Overdrive Glory versus Overdrive Pride. There's nowhere I'd rather be. For Stanley Brewer, I'm Elias Storm, and thank you for chasing glory and being prideful. And I can't wait for next week.
That was an incredible catchphrase, and with that, we